Hello, everyone. Can you guys all hear me? I've got my air conditioner going and I want to just kind of stay cool, but I'm wondering if you can't hear me, I'll turn it off. We're doing some free tarot readings right now, and I just want to know if you can hear me or not. Can you hear me, Nyla? Sheila, can you guys hear me? Can I be heard? Am I heard? Terry, hello. I want to make sure that I can be heard. Okay, cool. Awesome. Because I just couldn't. I have an air conditioner going. It's a little warm, and I caved, and I just need air conditioning. Good morning, Nayla. Andre, hello. Thank you, Andre, for confirming that from YouTube. So, for anybody just now joining, I'm doing some free tarot readings. If you do want to, like, there is no list, there is no line right now, completely free. Just kind of spending. I'm trying to make this more of a regular thing in the morning. All right, Elavine. Thank you, Sunshine. I like Spider-Man. I was a Spider-Man or a Superman fan first, and yeah, Andrea, I'll put you on the list. I was a Superman fan, and then I met Spider-Man at Disneyland and flipped immediately. Eveline. I'm guessing. Oh, Michael. Okay, so Eveline. Neela, I'll put you on the list. Andre, would you like to be on the list? So, Neela, can we change your question a little bit to more like how can I reconcile with Michael? Or let's see, what does this say? How can I help Michael and I repair our marriage? Let's do that. Andrea, you are on the list. There was an Andre over in my YouTube. That's why I asked if anybody wants to be on if he wants to be on the list, but he hasn't responded yet. I think he left. Cool. All right, so let's see what Eveline can do to help repair her marriage with Michael. All right, let's do that. So Neela, you're Michael, or Neela, you're Mason, right? Andrea. All right. No worries. No, yeah, I think Andre left anyway. I don't know that he's here anymore. You're on the list though, Andrea. You're on the list. Eveline, yeah, you and Michael are going through it. You and Michael do seem to be going through it. I feel like there's like one thing that you can do that will really help the marriage right now, but you're not seeing it. I'm not sure exactly what it is going on here, but you see all these other cups. It's like you've tried so hard, you're getting a headache. There's something hidden that you haven't tried yet. And if you have tried it, it's something to the effect that maybe, or no, I'm sorry, if you have thought about it, you haven't put it into action. Um, I wonder if we want to go literal with this and actually say, do you want to give him a cup of coffee? Like, just start small, start making him cups of coffee, kind of a thing, and like start providing for him a little bit more, maybe being a little bit more open to him. I don't want you to become his servant, um, but I'm wondering if there's some sort of a exchange of information that you can go there. The other thing that you got, the card at the bottom of the deck you got is the Five of Canes. This is the Five of Swords. You always get him coffee. Can you get him coffee with like good cheer, like mint? Like, can something be different in the coffee? Maybe a different flavor, something like that. The card at the bottom of the deck, though, you did get the Five of Canes, so that means there is a communication breakdown, and someone seems to be winning and someone seems to be losing. And I'm wondering why you are at a competition with your husband. What's the competition? And is there a way that you can both come together and not be in competition with each other? Especially if you're always getting him coffee. Like, I'm wondering, if I'm going back to your comment, you said repair your marriage. Like, I'm just kind of wondering why is there winners and losers in your marriage? Why can't you be partners? And I'm wondering, that's probably something that you want. Those are the things that you probably want to start considering with being able to repair your marriage. User 435, I'll put you, or 453, I'll put you there on the list. Okay, Evelyn, I'm not sure if he sleeps on the couch and you're still making him coffee, what's not being communicated? Something's not being talked about. Something's not being addressed. And there was probably a fight that caused him to go on the couch for 11 months, but something's not being talked about. And someone got hurt. Someone decided to get rebellious. Someone decided to be mean. Someone's not telling someone how they're feeling. And that's something that needs to be addressed. What caused him to go on the couch? And that's probably where you need to start to be able to repair the relationship. Evelyn, I do hope that was helpful. It was a little bit more generic than I like to give out, but I think that probably the number one thing you probably need to. You've been trying. What's his response when you've been trying, Evelyn? What's been his response? Andrea, you're next. And then we've got Neela and user 453. I think Neela, you said you were Mason. Disconnected. Do you know why he's disconnected? Like, is it depression? Is it no job? Is there another, do you know what his love language is? I wonder if you can, he's not affectionate. Is there a way how you can be more affectionate with, like, how can you bring out that affection in him? I wonder if there's a way that you can do that. Because if that's the case, then there's probably something else going on, and you probably just need to start from something really easy and just be like, how can I help you? There is some kind of a form of communication that we have broken down here, and I would like to help you get out of it. But I can't help you if you don't tell me. So instead of starting with affection, instead of starting with coffee, maybe make him coffee for the intervention, the communication, the conversation. But if he's not going to open up to you, you might need to do something drastic to knock some sense into him, as in, I don't want to put any ideas in your head, but maybe you might want to start thinking about divorcing him. And maybe he would kind of knock some sense into him and just kind of like, do I really want this or do I not really want this? So that's something that you might want to think about. But if he's not willing to open up to you, then you need to figure out what you want to do about your marriage. I know we asked, how can you do better with your marriage or repair your marriage? And I think that honestly, the one thing that you can do is probably talk to him about what happened and why he's not being affectionate, why he's being disconnected. And ask, how can you help him? How can you be his partner? But if he's not willing to open up to that, that's when you're going to need to make some hard decisions about what you want to do about your marriage. Evelyn, I do hope that was helpful to you. If you want to give me a follow, you are more than welcome. We can revisit this in another month, and we can see if anything's changed after you've had that conversation with him. Andrea, how are you doing? What's your question, Andrea? And then we've got Neela, you said something about Mason. And then user 453. What is your question, Andrea? Also, FYI, you guys, if we get up to 10,000 likes, I'll do a tarot game, and I can get it'll be a tarot game to move someone up sooner into the list. Can you tell me what's going on with your son's dad? Because I want to give you more of an actionable step instead of, is something going to happen? I want to know, like, how can you sort your son? Like, what's going on? So, Ms. Amanda, I'll put you on the list. Yeah, I'm kind of, let's see. Without him. Okay. Let's do, how can I help my son? How can I help me and my son move on from his father? Is that helpful? Cool. Let's see. How can Andrea help her son and her move on without his father? I'm sorry for your unfortunate happenings with him. That's unfortunate. It's probably for the better, but see what happens. I mean, it's life. So we've got Neela, user 453, and Ms. Amanda on the list coming up. Right now we're trying to find out what Andrea can do to help her and her son move on from her son's father. So I'm going to say that you are going to be starting a new life here pretty soon. You're probably going to want to keep open communication with your son. You've got the Page of Canes, which is the swords, and this is the pages of the production assistants of the tarot. They are learning how to communicate. They are receiving messages and passing on messages. Because this seems like a new cycle for you and your son, you are going to need to practice communicating with him about how he feels. Also, what you can ask him what he needs without so I don't like going traditionally like this because single parents can totally make it work. But a part of me wonders if he is scared to not have a father figure in his life. So I wonder if there's something that you can do when you're talking to him. Say, how can I help you? Oh, well, then let's not go there yet. But like, be concerned about when he gets older, what he be communicative with him about what happened. Carla, I'll put you on the list. So the card at the bottom of the deck you have is the Ten of Candles. The Ten of Candles is completion. It does seem like you've taken on a lot. You've taken on a good chunk of stuff. My recommendation would be to try and somehow delegate a little bit of your responsibilities. That doesn't necessarily mean parenting responsibilities, but you want to probably try not focusing on everything at once, just focus on one thing at a time. And also something to remember is with the Ten of Candles, the Ace of Candles is coming up. Bob, I will put you on the list. And Luz, I will put you on the list as well. Andrea, I do hope that was helpful to you. Just know that you are going on a new cycle, and you just need to embrace that more, or make sure that you embrace that, and make sure you have open communication with your son. Again, if you want to give me a follow, we can revisit this in another month and see how the energies have shifted if you want to. He's also 8 months, so you might want to wait a little longer to ask another question like that. But I'm open to still doing it. We still want to see what the energies are like. Thank you very much for the follow. Neela. We got Neela 453, Ms. Amanda, Carla, Bob, and Luz. If you want to jump up to the front of the line, there is a link in the profile, link in the description, and you can do $10 to jump up jump up the line. Liv, I'll put you on there as well. Neela, what is your question from the tarot? Also, for those of you who are in here, we've got 1.5 likes. When we get up to 10K, I'll do a tarot giveaway. Not necessarily like a reading giveaway, but I know they're all free. But we'll move somebody up to the line. We'll make a game out of it. Neela, are you with Mason right now? All right. Let's change this question up just a little bit. Okay, cool. Let's do, what can Neela do to ensure she and Mason prosper? What part can Neela play in the relationship between she and Mason to make sure that they prosper? Do that. What part can Neela do to make sure that she and Mason prosper? Gotta sit up still. My lower back is killing me. User 453, are you still here? Neela, I probably would not focus on the material items of relationships for you and your relationship. I would focus on more quality time. You have the Knight of Gifts in reverse. The Knight of Gifts is the Pentacles, and Pentacles are health, our body, and our money. So you're going to want to, because it's reversed, I'm going to say probably either don't continue giving him gifts or focusing on that, or asking for them from him. Still, of course, get them when he wants to, but don't put any extra pressure on how much a gift should be or how many gifts you should give him or that kind of a thing. You got the card on the bottom of the deck you've got is the Four of Candles. You need to focus more on quality time. Focus more on quality time with Mason, not the material items of what other relationships are doing. And that also includes I'm getting chills down my side. That also includes Autumn, I'll put you on the list. That also includes vacations or special dinners, that kind of a thing. I mean, still have some special dinners, but it doesn't need to be a 5-course meal kind of a thing. What do you want? You want gifts or do you want quality time? Neela, do you want gifts or do you want quality time? Okay, cool. So with the quality time, Neela, like, plan to have a date night. Yeah, reconnect. Plan to have a date night. Try to make plans. Talk to him a little bit more. Have a. I mean, these people are eating, so you can always plan a little bit more of a feast. But you don't need to make it a 5-course meal. I would just plan on, like, if he has a hobby, go hang out with his hobby with him, that kind of a thing. So just kind of reconnect with him. Just ask him what he would like to do in the relationship. Ask him how, what he would feel is quality time to him, and just focus a little bit more on that. Neela, I do hope that was helpful to you. Please give me a follow, and we can revisit this in another month, and we can see where the energies have landed, kind of a thing. So you're welcome, Neela. We are moving on to user 453. And then we've got Ms. Amanda, Carla, Bob, Luz, Liv, and Autumn. Chanel, I'll put you on the list as well. If anybody wants to move up to the front of the line, there is a $10 link, either in my bio or with YouTube. It's down in the description. We've got user 453, Ms. Amanda, Carla, Bob, Luz, Liv, Autumn, and Chanel. That's the list so far. I'm being reminded by TikTok to like and share the live. And also, if you want to, I am at 2.5 likes right now on TikTok. And when we get up to 10, I'm going to be doing a little tarot game with whoever's here. So feel free to get those likes up. I mean, for YouTubers, if you guys want to keep liking it, I wonder if I should come up with a game for you guys, like 100 likes. I don't really get a lot of people liking the video on live, but if I can get 100 likes, maybe that would be useful. Holly, I will put you on the list as well. Yep, you are watching YouTube, Chanel. I understand that. I got it. User 453, what is your question? Just kind of waiting on your question here, trying to fill up some time. Ms. Amanda, are you still here? You are. I see you're in the live. Cool. Victoria, I'll put you on the list as well. User 453, I'm still here waiting to hear for your question. I know you wrote it earlier, but Bob and I, that doesn't help me. Who's Bob? What question are you asking about Bob? This doesn't help me. I need a little bit more information, user 453. Okay, user 453, if you don't know your question, I need to move on and I'll keep you on the... Oh, here we go. Okay, so what's your question with him? You said that you met him 40 years ago once to make sure that 10 years together. I still don't quite understand your question. Hi, Pinky. How you doing? Just doing some tarot readings. I took a little bit of a break the weekend. Hello, Bob. You are on the list, Bob. You are. We're coming up on you. Okay, user 453, I don't know your question. I'm going to need to move on to Ms. Amanda until we figure out what your question is. So still continue to write in, but I have to keep the list moving. So, Ms. Amanda, what is your question? And then Carla, and then Bob. Chanel, you are going to be after Autumn. Again, if anybody wants to jump up to the front of the line, you can use the link down in the description below for $10. I don't think so, Bob. I don't think so. So Amanda, let's change your question to what can I do to not lose my job? Let's do that. What can Amanda do to ensure she keeps her job? User 453, I'm still waiting on a little bit more of an explanation for your question. I'm not sure what we're talking about here. Carla, are you still here? User 586, I will put you down on the list. Pinky, I'll put you on the list. Thank you for the heart, Martha. So Ms. Amanda, you're going to need to be a little bit more sneaky with your job. Be a little bit more protective. If you're being too nice to all your coworkers, it feels like you're probably spreading yourself too thin, and you probably need to start focusing more on yourself and your own. What's the word? Your own, not your own resources, your own safety, your own. There's a word, I can't think of it right now. It's on the tip of my tongue. But it feels like you need to put yourself first right now. Be a little bit selfish with your job. Carla, that's coming up. Thank you for all the roses, Martha. So, Ms. Amanda, you've got the 6 of good cheer, which is the 6 of cups. It's in reverse. So what I'm getting with that, usually it's about nostalgia and happy memories. I would make sure that you don't think back on the happiness of the job, or if you do, think of it for yourself. Don't think of it for somebody else. You've got the card at the bottom of the deck, you've got the 7 of gifts. This seems to be a little bit more of gathering of information, not quite ready to, you need to also, I sort of lied. I think I was reading this more as the 7 of swords. This is actually the 7 of pentacles, but it's still kind of the same. It's still being secretive, growing with the company. I also want you to, when you're looking at your job and being nervous about losing your job, you need to make sure that you are able to show your job how much you've done for them as you, they are whatever is causing the job to make you scared. I kind of stuttered through that, but I do kind of feel like you just need to feel a little bit more stable in it. Don't that's what it is. Don't put so much anxiety on losing the job. Put it more on how much you've done for the job, or how much you like the job. Hello, Liv. Otherwise, how you doing? What's going on? Ms. Amanda, if that was helpful, please let me know, and we can give you, or in a month we can revisit this and see how the energies are going. Carla, we got you. Hold on for just a second. We're gonna go back to you just a second, user. We did not hear from user 453 again. So Carla, will you be financially stable? Keisha, I don't really do pregnancy. I can help you on what you can do to get pregnant, but I'm not going to tell you if you are pregnant. You're there, Miss Amanda. Okay, so Keisha, I'll put you on here. Hi, Rose. We've got, let's see, Pinky, Chanel, Zoe. I will put Zoro, I'll put you on. So again, if anybody wants to jump up to the front of the line, there is a link in the profile for $10. Rose, do you want to be on the list? And Carla, you want to know, will you be financially stable? Let's do how can you be financially stable? What can Carla do to be financially stable? And then Bob, you are next. Bob, you are next. Yes, Chanel, you are before Pinky. we're going to see what Carla can do to be financially stable. What can Carla do to be financially stable? All right, Rose, I'll put you on the list. Rose. Okay, what can Carla do to be financially stable? And then Bob, and then Luz. Are you still here, Luz? Are you still here? Carla, you probably need to look a little bit more out of the box. Not something so traditional in your job. Lee, I'll put you on the list. You also probably need to start learning a new skill in order to be a little bit more financially stable. You have the Page of Gifts. This is a learner. Learning about money, health, and your body. So gifts are the pentacles, and they're the material items that we can touch. So you probably need to learn a new skill, learn a new trade. You probably don't want to make it your complete source of income. You probably want to make it an addition to whatever it is that you're doing right now, at least to start with. The reason why I said go a little bit out of the box is because you've got the center class. He's the Hierophant in this deck, and he is reversed. The Hierophant is all about tradition, a religious teacher. Thank you, Martha, for the bracelet. He's a religious teacher. It's more about tradition, that kind of a thing. And so I would suggest going a little bit out of your box, whatever you are not comfortable with. Tiffany, and just start learning a little bit more about that, whatever you feel drawn to, but you're scared to kind of go into, that might be the actual place that you need to go. Carla, I hope that was helpful to you. Please give me a follow, and we can revisit this in another month, and we can see where the energies are. Tiffany, you are on the list. Never heard back from 453, so I'm going to cross 453 off. Bob, you are next, and then Luz. You're welcome, Carla. I hope that was helpful. All right, let's see. Bob's asking, what does the spirit world want him to know? Let's see. Then Luz is next. Liv, are you still here? Keisha, you are on the list. You're a little bit down the line. Then we got Luz and Liv. Liv, are you still here? I think she was on YouTube. Bob, it seems like you might be going through a little bit of some money problems right now. You probably want to just be aware of that. I would advise you to think outside of the box when you're coming up on those money problems, or if you're experiencing it right now. You probably want to outside think of something. So you got the 5 of gifts here. That's usually that's the 5 of Pentacles. Victoria, I can put you on the list. There is a little bit of a wait, but if you you can move up in the list if you want to. There's a $10 VIP link in the description. Bob, again, you got the 5 of gifts, so I would highly pay attention to just your money, your health, and your body. You seem to be going through or might be needing to be warned about some health issues or some money problems. The card at the bottom of the deck you got is this guy again. He's considered the Hierophant. He is reversed. So you might be blocking some sort of tradition, or I'm getting the sense that you need to look outside of tradition and do something a little bit different in order to keep yourself going. Be creative, that kind of a thing. Victoria, you have not missed your turn. Bob, I hope that was helpful to you. Please give me a follow if you want to, and we can revisit this in another month to see where the energies have landed. Luz, it is your turn. We got Luz, Liv, Autumn, Chanel, Holly. Oh, Victoria's already on here. Sorry, Victoria. You are already there. 586, Pinky, Keisha, Ro, or Zoe, I think. Rose, Lee, and Tiffany. That's the list so far. So, Luz, what is your question? And then Liv, are you still here? I haven't heard from you, Liv. If Liv's not here, we're going to move on to Autumn. Autumn, are you still here? Hello, Nina. Happy to see you too. So, Rosie, I'll put you on here as well. Luz, we are going. So this is going to go for everyone else watching as well. My kind of readings do not get into a third party's energy. So if you're asking about somebody else, are they coming back? What are they thinking about me? Why did they do this? I am not the reader for you. My readings are going to be more focused on what you can do to help the situation. Okay, cool, Lily. I'll put you on. Rose, I'll put you, Lily. So for Luz, you said is Anthony. Nina, I will put you on the list. So for Luz, instead of it's Anthony Vera coming back, is there a way that you want to say, do you want to reconcile with him? Maybe we can talk, see what you can do to reconcile with him. Would you like that, Luz? Would that be helpful to you? Liv, I still have not heard from you at all. I don't think Liv is here. Autumn, are you here? Cool. All right. So what can Luz do to reconnect with Anthony? What can Luz do to reconnect with Anthony? What can Luz do to reconnect with Anthony? If Liv and Autumn are not here, Chanel, are you still here? All right. So if Liv and Autumn Liv and Autumn going once, and then we'll see. Autumn or Chanel, you're probably going to be next. So, Luz, I am going to say that you probably need to stay where you are regarding Anthony. Probably, I would say if you do decide to reach out to him, you're going to need to put up some boundaries. And you're going to need to make up some rules should you and he decide to reconcile. So you got the 8 of good cheer. The 8 of good cheer is the 8 of cups. And the 8 of cups is usually about you're in a position to where you love something so much, but you have to walk away from it in order to find something better. Because it's reversed, I usually see that as staying put. And then also the card at the bottom of the deck, you got the Holly King, which is the Emperor. And the Emperor he makes up, let's see, hold on. Haley, and then Mary. So he's very protective of his energy. He makes up rules and boundaries. So for the time being, I would say probably don't reach out to him. But if you do decide to reach out to him, you're going to need to make up some boundaries with him. Just because it seems like some boundaries were probably crossed in the past. Luz, I hope that was helpful to you. Please give me a follow, and if you want to revisit this in another month, we can revisit it after the energies have shifted. Liv and Autumn going twice. Chanel, I think you're going to be next. And then after Chanel, we've got Holly. Is Holly still here? And then Victoria. I'm sorry. Star, I don't remember your name. I'm sorry, Star. Holly's still here. Okay. So I'm going to say Liv and Autumn probably left. Maddie. What did I say in your reading, Maddie? I'm sorry. What did I say in your reading? So Liv is not here. Autumn is not here. We are going to Chanel. Chanel, what is your question? What is your question, Chanel? So Maddie, I think that the new perspective, I don't know that it was necessarily to reconnect. I think it was probably, I probably might have said that in the reading at the moment, but I'm wondering if now that you have split, I'm wondering if you, it's now a new perspective on what a relationship might look like in the future. Maybe you need a second apart as well in order to reconnect. It might not be as sudden as you want it to be, but maybe you both need to take a little bit of time alone in order to reconnect later. So don't completely give up on it yet, but at this point in time, what I would suggest is focusing more on yourself. Elle, I'll put you on here. So Chanel, I'm gonna do this, Chanel. I'm gonna give this to you. I'm gonna say, pull some cards and see what you can do to find out if Anubis or other deities from the underworld are connecting to you. Let's do that. Let's give you an actionable step about how you can go about finding out if they're reaching out to you. Okay, Maddie, so when you have separation anxiety, remember, I don't know a lot of the things that some of the tactics. I'm not sure. If I get separation anxiety, what I would do is I would focus on myself, breathe in the moment, be a little bit more present. Don't worry about what he's doing. Focus more on you. I know that there's a little bit of separation anxiety there with your thoughts, but focus more on you. Right now we're focusing on Chanel. We're going to see if Anubis is reaching out to her. And then Holly, and then Victoria. We are at 8K on the YouTubes. On the TikToks. YouTube, I've got 2 likes. I'm not sure how many hearts I have from you guys. I don't know. It's not showing me that. It's showing me followers and thumbs up. If I can get 10 thumbs up, I'll do a tarot game with you. Okay, I'm not sure exactly how this is going to go, Chanel. I've never really worked with deities, so this is going to be an interesting way to read this, and you might have to do some personal interpretation for yourself. But you've got the Queen of Canes in reverse, so she's usually about speaking up her mind, very witty. She, I did get some chills just now. But it seems like you might be keeping some thoughts to yourself. Maybe you need to talk to Anubis. Like, actually, thank you, Pinky. Just like talk to him, be a little bit more. Also, because there's Queen energy, I would probably be a little bit more. It's more the Queen of Wands, though. I don't want to say be demanding, but like, I wonder if when you talk to Anubis, ask him, tell him what you can do to help him. That could be it. So the card at the bottom of the deck you got is the Nine of Candles, and this is the Nine of Wands. So with the Nine of Wands, it seems like you're probably standing guard of something, and you're not able to let it go, or you've been through battle. Obviously, this person's been through getting all these presents, and they're now dropping out of his bag. So yeah, Pinky's suggesting bringing offerings. I would say talk to Anubis and just kind of like, it does kind of feel like you've been really, you might be tired. Like you said that you are in denial of your gifts. I wonder if you're getting to a point of being exhausted of denying your gifts. Is there a way how you can just give into them? Yeah, it feels like you should I feel like you should talk to Anubis, like set up a sacred space, light a candle, get a picture of Anubis or whoever you think might be talking to you, and talk to them. Just say, how would you like me to help you? Why did you reach out to me? Like, that's what I would do. That's how I would do it. And then from there you can decide how you feel about your creative fire. Because once you get to the Ten of Wands, there is going to be an ending, but you're going to want to learn how to delegate different things, and also probably maybe there are multiple people reaching out to you, multiple deities, and you're going to want to delegate yourself to who you are able to help at certain times. Chanel, I hope that was helpful. Please give me a follow if you need to, would like to. And then please, in like a month, we can revisit this and see if any other deities have reached out to you and see what you figured out. Let's see. I want to go back here. We've got Callie. All right, we got Holly. Is Holly still here? Thank you, Chanel. The list is Holly, Victoria, 586, Pinky, Keisha. I think it's Ro. I wrote down Ro or Zoe. It's one of the two. I can't remember who it was. Rose, Lee, Tiffany, Lily, Nina, Haley, Mary, Elle, and Callie. That's the list so far. So Holly, what is your question? If anybody wants to jump to the front of the line, there is a link in my profile for TikTok for $10. And if you are on YouTube and you want to be jumped to the front of the line, there is a link in the description. We are at 8K likes for TikTok. We are at 4 thumbs up for YouTube. So again, once we get up to 10K for TikTok, I'll do a tarot game. If we get up to 10 likes on YouTube, I will do a tarot game there as well. Your birth name is Holly. So Callie, I'll put Holly here. Holly. Consuela, I'll put you on. Okay. Holly, a general tarot reading. Let's see. It's a little general. See what's coming for Holly. What's something Holly should pay attention to? What should Holly be paying attention to right now? Call you Callie. Okay, I'll call you Callie. What should Holly be paying attention to right now? What should Holly be paying attention to, being prepared for right now? That kind of a thing. Victoria, are you still here? Yep, all right. So Victoria's next. Is user 586 still here? So Holly, not Callie Holly, but Holly over here on YouTube. I feel like you are not taking action toward what you love or what you are passionate about. you are keeping it on the inside. And because you are keeping it on the inside, hold on. There's something about money issues. You might be healing from some money issues or some healing general from your body. The problem that I'm running into, okay, so you got the Knight of Candles, which is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands usually takes action for what he feels passionate for without caring about what the responsibilities are afterward or the consequences. You've got the Five of Gifts at the bottom of the deck, and that's what's kind of throwing me a little bit, because the Five of Gifts is a conflict with your health, your body, or your money. And I like, maybe these aren't cards that need to be separate or put together. I'm trying to read them together, but if you flip this over, I feel like you're going to be making yourself have money problems. So probably just be more aware of your money problems right now, or how you're coming out of your money problems, health problems, your healing. But I would also really pay attention to how you are speaking to yourself about your passionate energy and who you are speaking it to. Because it just kind of feels like you're keeping that on the inside, but this Five of Gifts is kind of throwing me. And I want you to just be aware of your health and your body and your money with whatever big decisions you're probably making. This might not be a big decision, but I would just be aware of that. Holly, I hope that was helpful to you. It's a little bit more general than I like. I hope that was helpful, though. And if you want to give me a follow, we can revisit this in another couple of weeks, and we can see what's changed. Victoria, 586, and then Pinky. Let's see. So Callie wants to be called Callie. And we've got Sarah. And we've got, that's it. Okay. So you're welcome, Holly. We got Victoria. You wrote. So Victoria, we're going to need to change your question a little bit. Instead of will you ever cross paths with a male Sagittarius again, I wonder if there's a way we can ask the tarot, how can you cross paths with a male Sagittarius again? So let's do it that way. How? Nike, I'll put you on the list. Nique. Nike, you're on the list. Let's try that. Let's see how you can cross paths with this male Sagittarius again. I mean, technically, you've already been answered right now because I'm a male Sagittarius. Technically, like, I'm my sun sign is Sagittarius, so you're kind of already, the question's technically already answered. But I have a feeling it's more for a romantic relationship. Being reminded to like and share the live. There you go, Zorro. There you go. You got Holly. You got some male Sagittariuses in here. I thought, there you see, and that's what we needed to do. We needed to be a little bit more clear with the tarot, not just a male Sagittarius again. We want to be clear about the person. So in your question, let's say, how can I cross paths again with your male Sagittarius? How can Victoria cross paths? What can Victoria do to cross paths with her male Sagittarius? User 586 seems to not be here. Pinky, you are next, I think. And Keisha, are you still here, Keisha? And then Zorro, you'll be next coming up. No, Consuela, you're not after Holly. I didn't skip you. You're down on the list. You're not. Yeah, I've got a list here. I've written it down. So Victoria, I'm going to recommend that you go to something traditional that your Sagittarius man goes to. You have the Knight of Good Cheer, or I'm sorry, the King of Good Cheer. You have the King of Good Cheer, which is the King of Cups. You're going to need to pay really close attention to your own emotions. Probably need to put your emotions to the side. It feels like you might need to get yourself into an uncomfortable situation, and but it's gonna be traditional, probably to your male Sagittarius, because you've got rules here. I can do a wee Cuban reading. Yes, wee Cuban. But you're probably going to need to get yourself into a more uncomfortable situation. I like to think of the king as someone who can compartmentalize his feelings. But because it's reversed, it feels like there might be a little bit of emotional unease for you to cross paths with your favorite male Sagittarius again. Victoria, I hope that was helpful. Please give me a follow, and we can revisit the energies again in like a month regarding this question. User 586, I don't think that you have responded. User 586 is not here. Pinky, and then Keisha. Are you here, Keisha? And then Zoro. 586 going once. 586 going twice. You know, there's a little bit of a delay sometimes. Sold to Pinky. Pinky, what is your question for the tarot? And then we've got Keisha, Zoro, Rose, Lee, Tiffany, Lily, Nina, Haley, Mary, Elle, Callie, Consuela, Sarah, Nike, and Wee Cuban. If anybody wants to jump to the front of the line, there is a $10 link in my profile or for YouTube in the description. Pinky, are you still here? You were just commenting, so I'm hoping that you're still here. Keisha, are you still here? All right, Pinky, what is your question for the tarot? What can you do to attract experiences that you want? Let's see. What can Pinky do to attract experiences that she wants? We'll do that. She wants. I think it's a she. Is that your pronouns? Yeah, exciting ones. I get it. Yep, she got it. Just wanted to double check on that. So Pinky, you are probably going to need to leave your options as open as possible. There are probably some limiting beliefs that you are scared to accept, but what I'm getting is more of start dreaming about them, but don't worry about the how. So you got the King of Canes, which is the King of Swords. He is thoughtful, he thinks a lot. He's an overthinker. Probably think more about what I'm getting more from this is describe what experiences you want to experience, but don't put too much effort into the how, because that's where people get stuck. Yeah, I think he's you. That makes sense. But the card at the bottom of the deck you got is the Child, which is the Fool. And with the Fool, it's being open to new things, being open to a new adventure, not knowing what's going to happen, how you're going to get there, what adventures are going to reach you. You just kind of need to know that you are going on a new adventure. But I think that you're probably putting a little bit too much emphasis on the how versus the dream of actually all these experiences that you want to experience. So, Pinky, please let me know if that was helpful to you, and if if you want to, we can ask this question again in another month and see where the energies have landed. Hello, Michaela. Do you want to be put onto the list? We've got Keisha. Are you here, Keisha? You haven't responded. And then we've got Zorro. Rose, are you here? And then Lee. I mean, Pinky, that does make sense. Michaela, I'll put you on the list. Nikkei, I see you. You're still on the list. Keisha, Zorro, are you still here? Lee, Tiffany, are you still here? You guys are the ones coming up. I think so, Rose. I believe so. Yes. So you're coming up, Rose. We're waiting to see. Okay, Zorro's here. I think Keisha has left. So we're gonna Keisha going once. Keisha going twice. Lee is here. Cool, awesome. So we are. Keisha is gone. We are going to Zorro. Zorro, Rose, and Leah. Or Lee. Those are the next three. Tiffany, are you still here? Because you're coming up. So Zorro, let's actually let's revise this a little bit. Do you want to? I want to advise you to think a little bit smaller. Instead of thinking so far in the future, how are you feeling right now about your relationship that's ended? Are you wanting to get over the relationship? Are you over the relationship already and you're ready to attract somebody new? Like, you have a lot going on in that paragraph, and I just want to make sure that we dig down to what you really want. Lonely single is tough. That's fair. Do you want to ask the tarot how you can be more comfortable being single? And would that be helpful to you? Okay, so if you want to know a little bit more about love in the future, I would say probably let's do what can Zorro do to attract love, a romantic partner in the future. That's how I would ask that question. What should Zorro consider when attracting a new romantic love in the future? That's how I would ask that question. So while I'm waiting on Zorro to confirm, I do have 5 likes on YouTube. Once we get to 10, I can do a fun tarot game. I'm also got 8.5 likes on TikTok, and if we can get up to 10,000, I'll do that tarot game as well. So yeah, we'll do that. Okay, Zorro. What should Zorro consider when attracting a new person in the future? A new romantic partner in the future? Tiffany, Lily, Nina, Haley, Mary, Elle, Callie, Consuela, Sarah, Mike, Wee Cuban, and Michaela. That's the list so far. If anybody wants to jump up to the front of the line, there is a $10 link in the description or in my profile. But that's the list so far. That's what we're looking at. Gifts are appreciated, but not required. Just throwing it out there for anyone on TikTok. Zoro, I know this isn't going to quite be what you want to hear right now, but it feels like you have some anxieties you need to work through before you start attracting somebody new into your world. But what you do need to realize is that you do have all the magic and you have all the resources in order to attract someone that you want. So you got the Nine of Canes. This is a very anxious card. This is anxiety and nightmares. So you seem to have a couple of these things that you need to work through before you start attracting someone new into your world, or even letting yourself go into somebody else's world. The card at the bottom of the deck you got is the Magus, which is the Magician. So you need to understand that you have all... hello, Julie. Do you want to be put on the list? You need to understand that you have all the resources. You have all of the know-how. Oh, I'm getting chills all down my side. You have the ability to find the person that you need to, but you need to work on, or attracting a new love, but you need to work on some anxieties before you do so. Zoro, I hope that was helpful to you. Julie, I will put you onto the list if you want me to. I'll put you there. Please, Zoro, give me a follow. Awesome. Thank you, Zoro. I like Spider-Man too. Give me a follow and we can revisit this in another month and see how the energies have shifted. So Rose, we are on to Rose. Rose, what do we got here? And then Lee, and then is Tiffany still here? Is Tiffany still here? If Tiffany is not here, Nina, are you still here? I know Rose was here just a second ago. She's probably typing her question. Lee, you are after Rose. Rose, what is your question? You're next. It's your turn, Rose. Georgia, I'll put you on the list. Waiting on Rose's question. Then we got Lee, Tiffany, Lily, Nina. What is your future? Do you want to get a little bit more specific, or do you just want to find out, like, I'm not necessarily going to give you a future, but I can tell you what energies you should maybe pay attention to. And then Lee, you're still here, correct? Yeah, let's see what... Okay, so Rose, let's see what energies you should pay attention to. What energies should Rose pay attention to? And Lee, you are next. Awesome, thank you for confirming. Tiffany, are you still here? If Tiffany's not here, Tiffany going once. Tiffany going once. Lily, are you still here? Brizzy, I'll put you on the list. Brizzy. All right, so Rose. I would pay attention to your friends right now, Rose. Pay attention to the good times. Pay attention to the current moment with your friends. I would not pay attention to the material items that you could be receiving or giving people right now. Focus more on quality time with your friends. You've got the Page of Gifts in reverse. The Page of Gifts, this is the Pentacles. Pentacles are health, our body, and our money. There might be another Lily then. I don't know. We'll see. If not... Oh, I see that. I see what happened. Okay, anyway, we're doing you anyway. But the card at the bottom of the deck, you got the Three of Good Cheer. I like to think of this card as an impromptu party, maybe drinks after work, that kind of a thing. And that's how I would see that. Probably what I did is I wrote you down twice then, so there probably is no Lily. Rose is done though. So that's what I would recommend. I would really focus more on the quality of the relationships that you have around you and people that you invite to different things, not the material items that you get from them. Yep, Consuela, you're coming up. You are coming up, Consuela. Rose, Lily, I hope that was helpful to you. Please give me a follow, and we can revisit this in another month and see where the energies have shifted. Lee, your turn is next, and then Tiffany is not responding. Tiffany going twice. Aurora, I will put you onto the list. Nike, yep, you're still here. You're going to be after Consuela, Nikki. Is it Nikki or Nikkei? Like what? How would you pronounce your name? We're waiting on Lee. We got Tiffany, Nina, Haley, Mary, Elle, Callie, Consuela, Sarah, Nike, Wee Cuban, Michaela, Julie, Georgia, Rizzy, and Aurora. Yep, Lee, I see that you're here, but I need your question. You've confirmed already. I know. I just want to know what your question is now. And then, is Nina still here? Interesting. Oh, thank you. I was like, why Toby McGuire? I was so confused. Lee, I like your question. Is there something you are looking specifically for balance for, or do you just want general balance? Nina, you might be next because Tiffany is not responding to me. So Nina, you are probably next. Haley, are you here? Okay. Finding balance. Okay, what can Lee do to find balance to prioritize? Finding balance with prioritizing themselves versus others. I've got 6 likes on YouTube, and I've got 8.9 likes on TikTok. When we get up to 10K on TikTok, I'm going to do a tarot game. If I can get up to 10 likes on YouTube, I'll do that same tarot game. Elle's still here. So, Elle, you're kind of coming up. You might want to stick around. A reminder to like and share the live. I don't know if you can share on YouTube. That'd be interesting to know that. So, Lee. I would advise you to learn how to say no. Be comfortable with saying no. But when you say no, I would use that time wisely. Don't say no to watch a movie just to sit on the couch. Use that no to say, I'm working on something passionately that I want to work on for myself. What I've heard some people do is when they've got a lot of friends asking them to, Jane, I'll put you on the list. I've heard that a lot of people will say, hey, friends, I am focusing on gaining a certificate in such and such, whatever. And then they will tell them, friends, I'm doing this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I am not available Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I appreciate the invitations, but I would appreciate your support in helping me achieve my accomplishments or this accomplishment. And in the meantime, just kind of do something like that. But you have you got the King of Candles in reverse. This is the King of Wands. So be a little bit more planned out. Don't take so many risks, and also don't burn so many fires at the same time. So you are allowed to say no, and just be aware of that. Now the card at the bottom of the deck you got is the wheel, and your wheel, because you're not balanced right now, you seem to not be turning as much. It seems to be stopped. You seem to be grinding gears. You're probably a little burnt out. If you're trying to find balance between you and your friends, or you and a social life, you and other people, you're probably feeling a little bit of burnout. So you are allowed to take a rest, and you probably need to remember that. That's what I would say regarding your question about balance. I hope that was helpful, Lee. Please give me a follow if you found that helpful, and we can revisit this in another month to see how you're doing. So Tiffany is not responding. Very helpful. Cool. Thank you, Lee. Tiffany is not responding, so we're selling this to Nina. Nina, you are next because Tiffany did not respond to all of my call outs. And then we've got Haley. Is Haley still here? So, Nina, what is your question for the tarot? Haley and Mary, are you both still here? You guys are coming up. And then Elle, I saw you liking the live, so I know that you're coming up after Haley and Mary, so you're coming up. Hello, oh, you're Haley. You're Haley. Okay, Haley. Okay, cool. So you are after Nina. So Haley, you are next. You're in the hot seat. We are waiting for Nina to type her question. Generally, so this is going to be a really condensed reading for you, Nina, because usually what I would do is like a 12-card spread. That would take an hour to do, and that's not something that I would do on live. If you do want to get a more in-depth reading with that, I would recommend going with my website. However, I can give you a general read about maybe what energies you should pay attention to over the next year for general. Nina, Haley, Mary, are you still here? Is Mary here at all? And Elle. Elle, if Mary is not here, Elle, you are after Haley. Nina, you might be in for a little bit of a rough road this next year. You might want to really pay attention to slowing down and understanding. You might have a little bit I feel like there's a little bit of you're going to be blocking some lessons. It feels like there's going to be some blockages of some lessons and some messages, and you probably need to learn to recognize who, not necessarily who is giving you those messages, but where those messages are going to be coming from. You got the Page of Canes in reverse. The pages are the production assistants of the tarot, and this page is particularly learning how to speak, or how to speak, because the candles is the ones. Speak, communicate freely, communicate their mind, communicate and listen and learn and that kind of a thing. So there's going to be a little bit of a blockage there, it feels like. The card on the bottom of the deck you got is the Star, and the Star is also reversed. The Star is a symbol of hope. However, it feels like you might want to try to keep light of that hope inside of you. Do not block that, and allow that star to grow as you are going through whatever it is that you're going to be going through. Hello, Consuela. You're coming up. You're going to be after Kaylee. You're coming up. So we've got Nina. I hope that was helpful for what to really pay attention to. Please give me a follow, and if you want to revisit this in another month, we can also do that. Also, if you want a longer reading, go to my website, and we can also plan a 1-hour reading that way. Haley, you are next. You're welcome, Nina. So we've got Haley, Mary, Elle, Callie, Consuela, Sarah, Nike. That's where we're at. That could be helpful. Let's see. I like that. I like that question, Haley. That's a good self-reflection card. Deck didn't like it for a second. So Mary, are you still here? If Mary is not here, Niha, I'll put you on the list. If Mary's not here, Elle, it is your turn. Niha. Again, if anybody wants to jump up to the front of the line, you are more than welcome to. You need to use the link in the description of the YouTube box or in my bio, and do the $10 thing, and I'll do it that way. Why are you upset at this question, Tarot Deck? Why are you upset? I think this is a very good question. I think this is a question that's very good self-reflection. So come on. Okay, so E, I'll put you on, and Noana. You're welcome, Naoma. Thank you. I like my approach as well. I think that it's very helpful. It's how I was taught tarot, instead of letting the universe take control of things. Haley, I'm not sure that your feelings toward Noah are accurate. Right? Yeah, accurate. You got the same reading as Nina. Nina? Yeah, Nina. You got the Page of Canes in reverse, and you also have the Star in reverse. So it's the exact same reading as Haley. So that's very interesting. But I feel like there's like you almost are you forcing it a little bit? Are you not paying attention to your intuition regarding this? Is that how, Haley, does that resonate at all? Naoma, you are on the list. Or Alexa, I guess. Alexa. Unknown. Sure. If you haven't answered if I haven't answered your question, you can add, like when it's your turn, you can change the question. Sure. Haley, are you still here? Does that resonate with you at all, Haley? Thank you, Aurora. I like Spider-Man too, and I haven't worn it in a while. So, again, you got the Page of Canes. I think that you're not communicating something about something probably to yourself. With the Page of Canes being reversed, it's blocked, delayed, healing, or internal energy. So I feel like you might be delaying your love, or you might be forcing the love. If it is love, it's probably you're feeling it very little. And the reason why I say that, you got the Star in reverse. The Star is the card that comes after the Tower, and the Tower is utter chaos. The Star is when you start to rebuild your life. You start to rebuild whatever you broke down. So because it's on the inside, there almost seems to feel like, I know you said that you think that you really do love him, but it feels like there's probably some kind of an attachment that's blocking you from actually loving him. I know you feel like you love him, but it feels like there's something deeper that you probably need to look at in order for those love gates to open, if that makes sense. Unknown. The list is about 10 to 15. If you want to jump up to the front of the line, there is a $10 link in my bio and stuff, and we can do that. Go for that way. Let's see. Regina, I'll put you on the list. So yeah, I feel like you're probably in a little bit of a mix. You're mixed around about what you feel for him, because you've been on such a roller coaster with this guy. It feels like you probably need to find a little bit more stability, not necessarily with him. I mean, yes, with him, sure, but I just kind of feel like you probably need to find more internal stability before you can actually find out if you love somebody else. There could be something about self-love going on here, like why do you keep going back to him? There could be something about not being able to love yourself in general. How do you do that? That's just more getting to know yourself, getting to know how you react to things. Like, I would also pay attention to look at a strength card in the tarot if you have a tarot deck. The strength card usually shows a picture of someone making friends with a wild animal, and the wild animal is our anxieties. It's the things that we're not very proud of. It's the wild kinkiness side of us, and it's usually the part that we're embarrassed to show to other people. So I would highly recommend looking into that. Um, what I could also do, if you don't want to go strength card because that didn't come up, you got this page of canes. I would flip over this page of canes. This page of canes is this page is learning how to communicate, learning how to listen to messages, learning how to think for themselves. So instead of thinking more with your boyfriend or your ex-boyfriend, I would turn this over and start thinking for yourself. What do you need? But okay, yeah, I know you're scared. You think that you love him, or you think that you're scared to love him, but you're broken up right now. That's not your number one concern right now. Your number one concern right now is you. You can't deal with loving him right now until you love yourself, or until you know that you love yourself. And since you are broken up, I would take this time to consider learning about yourself, and not focusing on him. I actually have it. It's right there, the Marvel deck. You're welcome, Haley. I hope that was helpful. If you want to revisit this in another month, we can pull some more cards. If you give me a follow, and we can revisit this and see where the energies have landed once you kind of see how things go. Mary is not here, it seems like. Mary, I think we're going to L, and then Callie. Interesting, Naoma. I looked at it once, and I didn't really like the deck. I like it enough to keep it. There was things about the deck that I need to probably use it. I've never used it. I've just looked at the cards. Cool, Kaylee. So you are going to be after L. L is, she sent me her question. It's blacked out. But L, Callie, Consuela. Because Mary is not responding. So L, Callie, and Consuela. And then Sarah, are you still here? Yeah, it's very interesting, Naomi. Naomi, did you say that you were somebody else? That you were Alexa, I think. Very interesting. Let's see. Is my wife or are we going to have fun on our family vacation with my parents? So, L, we're going to change your question. Instead of having, is your wife going to have fun? Let's change this to, how can I help my wife have a good time on our family vacation? Okay, so that might help, Alexa. I don't really know a lot of them. I know the movies. I know Spider-Man. I know some of the Avengers, obviously, but I don't really have a very big, in-depth Marvel knowledge. So that's probably why I didn't really quite follow what the cards were saying. But yeah, it makes sense. I mean, I want to keep it. I want to get the DC deck, and I really want the DC deck. I want to put them against each other. I think that would be so much fun. I just haven't gotten the DC deck yet. So, Callie, you are next. Consuela, are you still here, Consuela? You've been waiting for a minute. You're coming up. And then Sarah, I saw that you liked the live. You're after Consuela. And then we've got Nikki. Is Wee Cuban still here? Is Michaela still here? Yep, you are after Sarah, Nikki. Yeah, there's a DC deck. I haven't seen it yet. Be careful though. I think that there's a mislabel. I think on there's a mislabel on Amazon, and someone ordered the DC or Marvel tarot deck, but it's like an actual tarot instruction book or something. It's not the actual tarot deck, which is very interesting. L. I would be open. So this is gonna be weird. I would pay very close attention. Well, there's a couple things you can do here, L, to make sure that your wife is having a good time. One is make sure that she feels safe. Do things that are safe. I don't know what you're planning on doing, but if she's not a thrill seeker, don't force her to be a thrill seeker. If she's not going to do zip lining, if she's not going to do parachuting, if she's not going to do hot air balloons, don't force her to do it. I once had a family gathering where I was forced to shoot a gun, and I was not happy with that. I did not like it. So I would advise you to not do that. So, but you did get the King of Gifts here, and the King of Gifts is he's a very safe king. He does not like to take risks. The thing that I stopped at was gift giving. I wonder if there's something you can give your wife every day just to make sure that she's having a good time. Now, this could be food because it's our health, our body, and our money. I just wonder if that might be something you might want to pay attention to, giving that to her, kind of a thing. Now, the card at the bottom of the deck, though, you want to be open to what she says. Okay. I mean, get her a margarita, get her a new swimming suit, get her towel, get her sunscreen lotion, make sure that she just feels safe, that kind of a thing. Get her water, make sure she has water on her, make sure that she is hydrated so that she doesn't get headaches. Like that kind of a stuff is what I'm kind of thinking if you're going to the islands. And you also have the Fool. This is the child. It's be open to what she says and what she wants to do so that she feels heard and feels like she is also on vacation and not just going along for the ride. So Elle, I hope that was helpful to you. Please give me a follow and we can revisit this after your vacation. Have fun on vacation, by the way, because I wish I could afford something like that. And then we can revisit this or revisit how your vacation went or a new question in another month or so. I mean, you can also ask another question sooner than that, but if you wanted to revisit, I don't know when you're going to the islands. It just depends on when you're going. So Callie, you are next. And then Consuela, are you still here, Consuela? And then if anybody wants to jump up to the front of the line, feel free to give me $10. There's a link in the description, and then or in the link in my profile. And the TikTok people did get 10,000 likes. Again, when we get up to 20, I'll do another one. We're gonna do after Callie's. We're gonna do a little tarot game. All right, we can do that, Callie. Nikki, you're coming up. We've got Callie, free one, Consuela, Sarah, Nikki. We have 7 likes on YouTube. So if there's a way how we can get more likes on YouTube, I will do another drawing for a reading. But until then, I'm just going to keep going down the list. Oh, we almost had a jumper, Callie. We got really close, and it was a candle, too. Got really close. Thank you, Alexa. All right, so Callie, you said, how can you ensure your financial success in the next few months? Speak your mind, and don't worry about the consequences. There might be a little bit of forgiveness happening. What I would highly recommend, though, is, so this is what I've been taught via social media. You can say something, and you're going to probably get a lot of hate comments. But there is a possibility that you could also get a lot of like comments, and the people who you get a lot of hate from are probably not your followers in general. You're probably not the people you probably want to work with. Probably not the people who are your clients with whatever you decide to do with your money situation. So even though you say something that will upset people, you'll probably also say something equally that will bring in people to your success. So Layla, I'm going to no. We're not here for that. We're not. You can totally use Jesus Christ and still use tarot cards, but we're not here for that. So you got the Queen of Swords, Callie, and so she speaks her mind. There's usually a double-edged sword to that. There's usually very thoughtful communication, but some things are good, some things are bad, but she tells the news how it is. And then the reason why I said don't pay attention to the consequences as much, I mean, still be like reasonable, obviously. Don't like go too bonkers. Don't be crazy. But you got justice reversed. So with it being reversed, make sure it's fair to you, make sure it is your opinion, and make sure you can stand by that opinion. But do not worry about what other people think about your opinion. And I know that doesn't quite answer with like, what can you do to ensure your financial success in the next few months? But people who are honest, people who are genuine, people who are not lying to people are people that are going to be financially successful. And there is a lot of trust, because money is how we have formed trust in our world, in this lifetime. So by speaking your mind and being trustworthy, you will probably earn more money that way. Callie, I hope that was helpful. Please give me a follow, and we can revisit this in another month and see how the energies have landed. Consuela, if you are going to be next, but we're doing a free one right now, so this is going for everyone. This is going to go for everyone. You're welcome, Callie. So I'm going to shuffle these cards. This is for everyone. I'm going to shuffle these cards, and we're going to pick a number 0 to 21. And the first person who guesses the number is the next person who's going. Oh, almost dropped the entire deck. Michaela, you did not miss your name yet. You are coming up. It's going to be the free one that I'm doing right now. Consuela, Sarah, Nikki, Wee Cuban, and Michaela. That's the list so far that's coming up. If anybody wants to continue liking and sharing the live, when we get up to 20,000 on TikTok, we will also do another reading like this. And also for YouTube, I'm waiting on it to, we're at 8 right now. We're at 8 likes, so I'm wanting to get up to 10. All right, ready, set, throw numbers at me. Give me numbers. Neha, you're not done yet. You're still a little bit down the line, but we're working on it. No. No. 21. We're doing 20. 21. We're not doing 22. 0 to 21. Keep going. No one's guessed it yet. No one's guessed it yet. Nope, nope. We're guessing numbers. Nope, no one's guessed it yet. No one's guessed it yet. Keep going. Keep guessing. I'm not seeing the number yet. Up, Sylvia. Sylvia got it. It was the number 4. It was the number 4. So Sylvia got it. All right, Sylvia, what is your question for the tarot? And then we're doing Consuela. Consuela, are you still here? Aurora, thank you very much. I missed your comment about the Spider-Man shirt. Thank you. So Sylvia's next. Consuela, then Sarah, then Nikki. Or Alexa. Oh, are you, Alexa, are you Naomi, the one that likes Marvel? Is that who you are, Alexa? You said you were following me on the main account. Is that who you are? Okay, cool. I'm going to cross this person out then, just so that I make sure that I'm not going to keep calling out Alexa. But Alexa, okay, cool. So Sylvia/Alexa, since there's a lot of names going on over here for you, we're going to, instead of does Dan truly love me, should we ask, there's a couple things we should probably consider, and you might want to just focus on this first before you ask this question, is why are you asking this question? What has caused you to ask about your partner? 2, maybe we could change your question to, how can I find out if Dan truly loves me? That's mostly where I go to with this. That's mostly where I go to with something like this. It's just, how can I find out if Dan truly loves me? Unless you want to figure out more of like what can I do to improve the relationship kind of a thing. But I'm wondering if there's what's something active that you can do instead of just asking about Dan. So maybe if he's pulling away, can you find out why? Let's do, what can Alexa do to find out why Dan is pulling away? What can Alexa do to reconnect with Dan? That kind of a thing. How do you feel about that? Okay, so let's do, what can Alexa do to reconnect with Dan? What can Alexa do to reconnect with Dan? And then Consuela, I'm going to guess you're gone, because I think, Sarah, you're going to be next. Because Consuela's not answering. But Sarah, are you still here? And then Nikki, if they both are not here, it's your turn. Sarah's still here, then you. Awesome. But Consuela seems to have gone missing. What is up? So this is so interesting. Since I've started doing all these lives, there's like a collective energy, and a lot of multiple cards keep coming up and they're not changing. And I keep shuffling. You keep seeing me shuffle. I spend my time doing it. But so with you reconnecting with Dan, I want to know, I think that you should probably start thinking about giving him something, a little bit more of a gift, maybe something that he's wanted, something that he probably mentioned in like 3 or 4 months ago that he was like, oh, that'd be cool, and maybe like show that you paid attention to something that he wants. You also probably need to be open to whatever he says, open to whatever he wants, and be open to a new adventure with him, whatever that means. That could be, I want to go do this activity. Say, I'm willing to go with you. Be open to him saying, we want to reconnect with you. So just be open to listening to his side and what he needs to say. What adventure he wants to go on with you. I would also probably just tell him I'm willing to go on an adventure with you. Just be like, I know that we've kind of we've lost connection in the last couple of weeks. Is there any way that is there something that we can do together to reconnect better, kind of a thing? And just bring it up that way. That would be something that I would consider for you, Alexa. I hope that was helpful, Alexa. Please give me a follow. Jeffrey, I'll put you on here. Jeffrey. If you've opened up your heart to him, I would honestly think, I don't like doing the gift thing. It kind of it doesn't give me the ick, but it just kind of, it makes me feel like you're buying his love a little bit. Because it's a page, there is a sense of learning about what to do next and what to buy, what to pay attention to. But I hope that this was helpful to you in any way. It says that you said that you're on the right track. I wish I was a little bit. I hope that this was helpful to you. I really do. Consuela seems to not be here, so we're going to move on from Consuela. Sarah, you are next. Thank you for the question, Sylvia. I know that it seems it's not. There's something about presents. There's something about gifts, and it's just kind of I don't. For some reason, it's rubbing me the wrong way to buy someone's love, but maybe that's something that he needs to know and pay attention to at the moment. Okay, Sarah. And then Nikki is next. Nikki, you are next. And then Wee Cuban, are you here? Did you leave, Wee Cuban? Are we still here? Want to check. Michaela, nope. Okay, so Sarah. So Sarah, again, I'm not going to reach out to your boyfriend's energy. I can reach out to your energy. Do you want to? What's an actionable step that you can take toward your argument that you had with your boyfriend? That's how I would do with that. Hello, SI or SL, and that goes for everyone else on the list too. I'm not going to be able to reach out to other people's energy. So SL, I have a list going. I'm just doing some free tarot readings. If you want to jump up to the front of the line, there is a $10 link in the description. Yeah, let's do that. So I just have a list going, and right now there is 12 people in the line. However, there are only 3 people on YouTube and keep getting notifications, and there are 4 people on TikTok. So I doubt that all 12 of these people are here. But that's what I'm doing, and if you want a tarot reading, I can put you on the list. So what can Sarah do? Yeah, I'll add you. SL is added. What can Sarah do about the fight she had with her boyfriend? Esme or Sylvia, I'll put you on the list. What can Sarah do about the argument that she had with her boyfriend? Yep, you are next, Nikki. You are next, Nikki. You are in the hot seat, Nikki. I don't think you need to worry about this as much as you're worrying about it, Sarah. You both just might need a little bit of space, but it seems like there might be an apology on either side, something, but it feels very like you've reached a point in your relationship that it's not coming to an end, but that cycle has come to an end. Whatever you fought about probably has come to an end. But your relationship is probably a little bit more solid than you think that it is. You've got the 10 of good cheer, which is the 10 of cups, and that's a completion at the end of a cycle. The card at the bottom of the deck, you got the ace of good cheer. It is reversed, but it does feel like this is probably what you said. You feel like you did nothing wrong, I think, right? Is that what you said? You've done everything. So I wonder if there's a way to flip this over. How can you, maybe there's like, take this card literally. I wonder if there's like soup you can take him or something. Get like warm comfort food or something like that. I just kind of wonder if that's probably the thing that you might want to think about. So if that's what you've done so far, then Sarah, my thought is right now is just to give him some space. Hi, Morgan. I was going to share the live with you, Morgan. I just couldn't find your name on the little share thing. I would just give him some space for now and let him come to you. You've apologized. You don't want to grind his gears any more than they're already ground something. You probably just need to give yourself and give him some space and then come back and reconnect later. It's okay. I think that you're still in a good spot. I don't know that I would worry too much about it. Depends on how big the relationship that it was. Anna, I will put you there. You are on the list. But I wouldn't worry too much about the relationship. I think you're still in a good space. You might just need a little bit of space from each other. Oh, okay, there you go. That works. Interesting. So, if the fight was really bad and he's taking things really hard, there still needs to be, I think that there's still probably something that needs to be said, or some kind of an emotional feeling that needs to be reconnected with the fight. Morgan, I'll put you on the list. So I right now I think the main thing is that you both need some space, Sarah. That's mostly the main thing I think that you're needed right now. And eventually, when this card flips over, when the energies are able to flip over, you can probably reconnect and start anew. There might have been, with this 10 of good cheer, I'm surprised it didn't come up reversed. If it came up reversed, I would have thought that maybe there was just too much, like the heat, that was the heated conversation. But it just feels like it might have been, you might have been the fight might have been a punching bag. There probably was something else that happened, and the fight was just the energy that was the fight was how he took the energy out on you. It's not right, but that might be what it is. I don't feel like you need to really worry too much about it right now, but I think that you just need a little bit of space from him at the moment. I hope that was helpful, Sarah. I know that you said it makes sense, but I know that with a rough fight, I know it can feel odd. I just kind of feel like it doesn't. The cards are not saying you should be worried about the relationship. There's a little bit of a miscommunication or a change in where the relationship is going. There could, I mean, I'm going to be honest, actually, now that I'm looking at it too, with how bad the fight is, you might want to prepare yourself for a breakup just in case, because usually when an ace comes up reversed, it does mean a no. So I'm wondering if maybe this might be, you might want to just like prepare yourself just in case, so that you are more comfortable with the fact that you might not be going on a new emotional journey with this guy. Yeah, okay. As long as this helped, please give me a follow and we can revisit this in another month and we can see where things are. I'm not saying you're going to break up. I'm just saying you might want to prepare your emotions for it. That's all I'm saying. So just keep that in mind, okay? Truong, hello. Would you like to be on the list? And then we are on to Nikki. And then Wee Cuban, are you still here? Wee Cuban, I've called you out once. We're going to do this a Wee Cuban going twice. And then Michaela, you are next. Julie, are you still here? Georgia, Brizzy, Aurora, Jane, Nina, E, Regina, Jeffrey, SL, Sylvia, Ang? That's what I wrote it, but I don't think that's right. And then Morgan. Okay, Nikki, again, I'm not going to be able to reach into E's energy, and you're also blocked from him, and I don't know that he's going to reach out to you. So my suggestion to you with this tarot reading would be more to focus on yourself. It's more of how can you get more comfortable with the situation? What can you do? I don't know if you can help get, if you're blocked by him, that's a really rough thing to get the tarot about then. Okay, so about you. So what, is there a question about you? Could we do like, we could try asking, how can you reach out? How can you reconcile with E? We could try that, but if you're blocked, it's going to be kind of take that as an extra like step to get there. Thank you, Morgan. All right, so how can Nikki reconcile with E? How can Nikki reconcile with E? Then Cuban, are you here? If you're not here by the time I'm done with this reading, we're going to Michaela. We're going to Michaela. If what can Nikki do to reconcile with E? Michaela, are you're still here? I saw that you've been commenting. I just want to make sure that you're still here because you're probably going to be next because I think We Cuban is gone. Okay, there's a couple of ways this can be read, Nikki, and you're gonna need more about the situation than I do. So this is what I'm getting a couple of different things. One is that there is still a lot of love between you two. I think you guys are just in a love-hate relationship. Two, you might want to consider the relationship over and just being happy with the memories that you have from him and going off on a new adventure without him, or at least planning on that. The reason why I'm saying some of this stuff is because you got the 10 of Good Cheer, which is a completion card, usually a very happy card. So because you're both blocked, it feels like you probably need to just accept that you had a good time, and it might be time to move on to a new ace. Yeah, there's a little bit of a 50-50 going on here. But also, the card at the bottom of the deck, you have the Child. The Child is the Fool. The Fool likes to, the Fool is willing to go on a new adventure regardless of what the dangers are on that adventure. Because you've got the Fool in reverse, it almost feels like you should not be planning to go on a new adventure with this guy. At least while you're blocked. So there's two different things that you can be going there. I kind of feel like more like give yourself some space from him. If you're both blocked, there's some things that need to be worked through. But you both need to have some space so that when you're both trying to contact each other, it's not going to be emotional. It's going to be more logical. Yeah. Nikki, I hope that was helpful to you and your situation. Please give me a follow and we can revisit this in a month and we can see where the energies have landed with whatever you've decided to do or how the relationship has landed. You will have to have a conversation. You have to have a conversation. It just seems like if you guys are both blocking each other, you guys are both being children about it, and it feels like you're not being adults. You're not willing to talk it out. So there needs to be some sort of a conversation so that you know which way to go. But either way, it just feels like you might be wanting to prepare yourself to go on a new adventure without him. We Cuban seems to be gone. Nina, you're a little far down, but I haven't heard from a lot of these people, so I don't know. You might be moving up really a lot quicker. We Cuban's gone. We're doing Michaela. Julie, Georgia, Brizzy, Aurora, Jane, Nina. Anybody? I know Michaela, but Julie, Georgia, Brizza, Aurora, Jane. Is anybody still here? Anna. Oh, that's who this probably is. Anna. I thought you were Ang, but you're still there. Sylvia, you're still down there? Awesome. So, Michaela, what is your question for the tarot? We've got 9 likes on the YouTubes. If we can get up to 1 more like, then we can, I'll do another tarot game. For those of you on TikTok, like and share the live. We're at 13K. If we get up to 20K likes, I will do another tarot game with you as well. There's a little bit of a delay on YouTube. So we're waiting on Michaela's question really fast. I still got 9 over here. Mine shows 9. So when I see the 10, it probably just is slow or something on YouTube's part. But I'll try it. It's going good. I am currently at 2 hours. I plan on going for 4. Just gonna try to not go as hard as I went last week, because I went for 8 hours last week in one day and it just killed my energy. So I'm gonna try 4, and I think that might be my sweet spot, because right now I'm actually feeling okay. Thank you, Morgan, for your support. Michaela, yeah, I know you're still here, but what's your question? What's your question, Michaela? Morgan, did you get the big C or no? What did the test say? I know you were sick last week. Or I guess the little C, not the big C. We know the big C's not that. Okay, cool. Probably just exhaustion then. Michaela, I know you're here. I know there's a little bit of a delay, but I need should I move on to the next person and see if while you're typing your question, so that I know what your question is later? Is Julie here? Julie? Just a cold. Yep. You're welcome, Morgan. Oh, here we go. Michaela. So, Michaela, we could do, what can Michaela do to buy a new house in the next 3 months? What should Michaela consider doing to buy a house in the next 3 months? I don't really do predictive. It's more of actionable steps that you can take in your life. So it's not will I be, it's how can I? Or what can I do? What can Michaela do to buy a new house in the next 3 months? Julie, are you still here? If Julie's not here, is Georgia still here? If Georgia's not here, is Brizzy still here? If Brizzy's not here, is Aurora still here? Start with those 4. Travel with Abby girl. What is your name? Michaela, when you go into a house, I would highly recommend paying attention to how you feel in that house. And make sure you feel like you're at home when you're in the house. And probably you want to act more on your emotions versus acting more on your money situations or whatever the prices are. I would highly pay attention to more of your emotions when you're looking at stuff like this. Okay. You have, on the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Canes in reverse, which is the Ace of Swords in reverse. So I have a feeling you have a limiting belief or a limiting thought about purchasing a home. Usually when an ace comes up reversed, it means a no. So there's a possibility that I would probably say that you're not going to be buying a house in the next 3 months. If you do find one that you feel ultimately connected to emotionally, though, put in a bid. That's how I would read this. If you find a house that you are emotionally connected to, I would put in a bid. But it doesn't feel like you are going to have it at least in the next 3 months. Michaela, I hope that was helpful to you. Yeah, I think there is a delay. Yeah, Michaela. I hope that was helpful to you, Michaela. Give me a follow, and maybe next month the energies will say something different, and we can go from there. Julie, are you available? Julie, Georgia, Brizzy, Aurora. All four of you have not responded, so I'm going to all four of you going once. Julie, Georgia, Brizzy, Aurora going twice. Jane, Nina, E, Regina. Those are the next ones that seem to be coming up. Haley, I'll put you on the list. Mags, I'll put you on the list as well if you want me to. All right, so Julie did not respond. Julie's gone. Georgia seems to be gone. Brizzy seems to be gone. Aurora seems to be gone. Jane, Nina, I thought you were here a second ago. We're at 14K, liking and sharing the live, super cool. Daryl, I'll put you on the list. Jane seems to be gone. Nina, are you back? Have you returned? Are you still here? Are you still with us? E, are you still with us? Regina, Jeffrey, SL. I see SL over here. This list is going really slowly. Okay, Jeffrey's still here, so cool. You're still here. Jane is gone. Nina seems to be gone. She was here a second ago. Surprised. I'm gonna leave Nina up since she did comment very earlier. But E, are you here? E, Regina, and then Jeffrey. I think you're next. I think you're next, Jeffrey, because all these people are not here anymore. So Jeffrey, it seems like you are next. Dizzy, I'll put you on the list. All right, Nina's gone. E is gone. And Regina, are you still here? Because I didn't call your name out so much. Thank you, Michaela. Sorry about the delay. Regina, I don't remember if she was TikTok or YouTube. The delay on YouTube is so weird. Having like a whole 3 minutes, it's so bonkers. We're gonna skip and go to Jeffrey for now, just to keep the line going, because no one else is responding. And if they come back, I'll put them back on the list. Maybe I'll just have to chalk it up to the delay. So Jeffrey, it is your turn. SL, you are next. Sylvia, Anna, Morgan, Haley, Mags, Daryl, and Dizzy. Let's see. So, Jeffrey, if you don't want to get a divorce, is there maybe something we can talk about what can Jeffrey do to avoid a divorce? What can Jeffrey do to help save his marriage? Would that be better? Would that be better for you? All right. So let's see. What can Jeffrey do to save his marriage? What can Jeffrey do to save his marriage? SL, are you still here? Still have 9 likes on YouTube. So we're at 14K. If anybody wants to keep liking the screen, remember we can, if we get up to 20, I'll do a tarot giveaway. Not a giveaway, but okay, SL is still here, cool. So you are next, SL, and then Sylvia. And then Anna. Yep, I see it. Thank you, SL. We're doing Jeffrey. He's going to try to save his marriage. Let's see what he can do to save his marriage. There is something about going back to the very beginning, Jeffrey. Something about going back to the very beginning, or you probably need to start focusing on yourself and not your wife, or you're blocking your wife. So what I'm getting here is you've got the 2 of good cheer. It's also in reverse. Usually a lot of people say that this is a new person coming into your life. This could be a romantic partner, a business partner, a friend, a new relationship. Because it is blocked or because it is reversed, it doesn't seem like you're going to be getting anybody new coming in. But because it seems like something is being blocked with your wife, either communication or something of that nature. However, the card at the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Candles. So there still seems to be a flame there, but you're going to need to go back to the basics. How did you woo her to get her? Does that make sense? When you asked her out the first time, maybe an anniversary or a gift or something, is there a memory you can bring back? Instead of forcing her to go forward, maybe have her look back to what the marriage was like before. I'm not entirely sure what happened with the marriage and how you are starting to get a divorce, but that might be something you might want to consider looking at, because it feels like you may not be giving her any attention, and you might also be paying too much attention to yourself. So I'm wondering if there is something that you can do to light that candle again and start over. Neha, I did call you. I will put you back on the list. Jeffrey, I hope that was helpful. Please give me a follow, and we can revisit this in another month and see how things are going. So SL, what is your you gave me your question, SL. Nian, I'll put you down here. Nian. Jeez, Neha, you had like sleepy time. Where are you at, Neha? Okay, SL, we need to break that down. Oh wow, India, so far away. Well, let's see if we can get through some of these, and hopefully you'll be around for the next one. SL, do you want to ask? I feel like we should more focus it on you and not your boyfriend. So let's take off the second question for you, SL, and say, are you on the right path with your career, and will it be picking up? Instead of will it be picking up, it's more of how can I speed up? How can I speed my career along? How can I speed up my career path? Maybe something like that. All right, we got 10 too. So after SL, Sylvia, we're going to be doing a free one. And then we got 10 likes on YouTube. And we will go to Sylvia after the free one. And then Anna. Is Anna still here, or Anna? Are you still here? How can SL speed up her career path? anybody wants to jump up to the front of the line, you're more than welcome to. I do have it. It would be $10 to do so. I think you're holding yourself back, SL. From your career, it feels like you're playing things a little bit too safe, and you have a little bit too much emotion where you're at right now. You need to somehow let go of some of that. And it's causing you, like, this is so interesting. You got two 8s. So this is where I said you got the eight of good cheer, which is the 8 of cups. That usually means walking away from something that you love. The card at the bottom of the deck, though, you got the 8 of canes. I think you know what you need to do. I think that's what this is. The 8 of canes is usually a mental trap. And when it's reversed, then you're not feeling very mentally trapped. I think you know what you need to do, and I don't think that you are emotionally putting yourself into positions in order to move forward. I think you're holding on to old emotions, and you're not really putting in the mental effort to move your career path forward. That's what I think these cards are telling you. SL, I hope that was helpful. Please give me a follow, and we can revisit this in another month and see where the energies have landed. So I'm going to do another free one right now since we got YouTube's, we got the 10. Yep, she said thank you. So it seems like we got some people that are not lagging. So we're going to get ready to pick a number, guys. Get ready to pick a number. We're going to do another tarot game giveaway. I know we're still... Shelly, I'll put you on the list. And then Sylvia, you will be after the free one. Maybe you'll get the free one, and then it'll just be two things at once. I'm picking the number. Yep, we're going to pick the number. Hold on. Don't do numbers yet. We're picking a number. I don't have the number yet. Hold on. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I have a card here. I'm about to flip it over. We got 10 likes on YouTube. So every 10 likes on YouTube, I'm doing a game to where I'm picking a card, and all of you get to pick a number, and whoever picks that number that I pick from my deck gets the next reading. And so that's what we're doing right now. That's the number. We are at 17, almost 18K on YouTube, so it seems like we're going to be doing another one fairly soon. But we have this. Hold on, we're not there yet, Morgan. We're not there yet. I'm picking the number. Go. I got the number. Go. Pick your numbers. Start writing. Whoever picks the right number is the next one who gets the reading. Neha, you can't do that. That's a lot. No. No. Neha, it's 0 to 21. Mockingbird, it's 0 to 21. Neha, I will say that you actually did put the number in there. That's a little hint. Daryl got it. Daryl got it. It was the number 2. So in my practice, there's a page knight, queen, and king. The knights are the 2s, and the knight is what we got. So Daryl, you are the next one to get the reading. And then we'll do Sylvia, Anna, Morgan, Haley, Mags. Daryl, you're doing it right now. Dizzy, Neha, Nian, and Shelly. So Daryl, what question did you have for the tarot? What have you been patiently waiting for to ask for us? Again, if we can get up to, right now we have 11 likes on YouTube. If we can get up to 20, I'll do it again. So invite your friends, share the link to all your other social medias, get people on here. Daryl, what is your question for the tarot? And then Sylvia, you are still here. That is, you are next. And then Anna. Or Anna. And then Morgan. You're coming up, Morgan. Esmery. What was your name, Esmery? Which one are you? Sylvia. Okay, you're the next one then. Got it. Daryl. So far, you're not getting bumped unless someone decides to pay to jump the line. Unless someone decides to pay to jump the line. General. Cool. All right. See what Daryl wants a general line. General reading for Daryl. And then Sylvia. And then Anna. Is Anna still here? Anna, are you still here? It's got to be a better way for me to get more likes on YouTube, right? No? Or can you guys all just like once? It's kind of unfortunate. Anna's here. Cool. So Sylvia, Anna, and Morgan are all here. Awesome. You will be coming up soon, Anna. You're coming up soon. So Daryl, I would recommend making some rules barriers and protections. This is whatever's happening right now in your life right now, Daryl. It's big. You got two major arcana cards. You got the Holly King, which is the Emperor. He is like the father of the tarot, and fathers are very protective. They make the rules, and I always forget one word. Protective, the rules, boundaries. They have boundaries. The other thing at the bottom of the deck, though, you've got the mistletoe, which is the lovers. The lovers is not actually about true love. It's actually about making a dedication to something or someone. So whatever you have a dedication toward, make sure you are keeping your boundaries toward that, and make sure that you are not going to drift from whatever that thing is that you've made a boundary for, or that goal or distraction. That's what I would say. Make sure you are staying on the correct path in order to do it. Daryl, that would be my reading for you. If you would like to give me a follow, Daryl, please give me a follow, and we can revisit this in another month and see where the energies have landed. Sylvia, you are next. Put on an alarm, Neha. Put on an alarm or pay. You're welcome, Daryl. So Sylvia, I think we need to focus more on your emotions right now with the job, because that's getting into the company's energy, and I don't know who they are. There's a lot of different people that make hiring decisions. So instead of a will you get the job, or when, you said when I will get a job, maybe it is, what should Sylvia consider when looking for a job? Is that something that you would probably be able to do? Is that something that you seem that would be open to that? What should Sylvia consider while looking for a job? And then Anna, and then Morgan, and then Mags. I'm going to be so excited when August comes, you guys, because then I can actually change my deck. And right now I'm just doing Christmas in July. I just think it's fun. Go away. Go. Do you have any other options, Sylvia, right now? It feels like you might have some options. I'm not sure that I would bank on this current job that you've been applying for right now. It feels like you might want to keep your options open. The reason why I'm saying that is you've got the Ace of Gifts in reverse. When an ace comes up reverse, it usually means a no. And the Ace of Gifts is the Pentacles, and usually Pentacles you apply to other ones, yeah. With Pentacles, usually when someone gets an Ace of Pentacles, it means a new money journey, new abundance is coming, that kind of a thing. But it feels like because you got an Ace reverse, it's almost a no. What are you doing right now? Like as a job, what is your income right now? You said you interviewed and you wanted to know if you got the job. What are you doing right now? Are you looking for a new one, or like what are you doing? How is that? Can you give me a little bit more information? No job. So the card on the bottom of the deck, you got the Seven of Cups, and it just feels like keeping your options open. It makes me wonder if you might be applying for jobs that you think that you're available to. I probably wonder if you should maybe start applying for jobs that you don't know that you would do well at, and just try it. Just keep it open. Try and see what would happen when you reach out for those jobs. I wonder also, there could be something here too. I'm going to actually reverse that. I actually wonder if, I think you might be spreading yourself too thin applying for a bunch of jobs. I wonder if maybe you should try picking one job, I keep saying genre, category, one job, industry at a time. So instead of, like, you've got the Seven of Pentacles, like I said, the Seven of Cups here. So it seems like you're trying just to apply it seems like you're throwing spaghetti against the wall and just seeing what will stick. And I know that's coming from desperation a little bit. I know you're looking for a job, but I wonder if there's a way how you can concentrate more on one specific area that you're good at or that you want to go into. And when you're writing your cover letters, or when you are changing your resume up, I wonder if there's a way how you can emphasize that you would be good for that job. Does that make sense? Instead of focusing on anything that's going to come your way, try focusing maybe on one specific area, and that might be a little bit more calming to you, if that makes sense. Sylvia, you said thanks, so I'm going to take that as a win. We are going to give me a follow, and if you want to revisit this in another month, we can ask the tarot again, stuff like that. Anna. Yep, this is actually the Yuletide tarot. I was using the Winter Rider-Waite last time, but for some reason the Yuletide deck was calling to me before I got on. So Anna, your turn. I think if I go back, because I don't think you... Just in general. Got it. Thank you, Morgan. Thank you, Daryl. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Dizzy. Happy birthday, Dizzy. Thank you, Sylvia. We got Morgan. Is Haley still here? Haley? Is Haley here? Is Mags here? Thank you for the rose, Peter. Peter? That sounds scary, but I'll put you on the list and we'll see what we can do with that question. Anna. Expect a lot of attention, either going on right now or in the near future. However, with that attention, make sure you have a plan of what to do with that attention and make sure it doesn't go to your head. You want to make sure that you want to use it constructively and not just willy-nilly. So you got the Six of Candles. Thank you for confirming, Mags. You got the Six of Candles, Anna, and so this is all about having attention. If you're looking at these guys, they look like they're actually or at least on a parade float. So really take a look at the attention that you're going to be getting, but make sure, the reason why I said you want to make sure you have a plan with that is you got the Child reversed. So with the Fool, it's usually naivety, being open to new things, being open to the dangers that are probably going to be coming your way. But because it's reversed, I would highly recommend you have a plan of what to do with that attention, whether that's what you say, or if you're selling a book, or if you're doing TikTok shop or whatever. It's just more of have a plan with that attention that you're going to be getting. So Anna, I hope that was helpful to you. If please give me a follow, and we can revisit this in another month and see if you need to see how the energies have lasted or have gone. Morgan, Haley still hasn't responded, so Haley going twice. You're welcome, Anna. Mags will be next, I believe, after Morgan, because I don't think that Haley is here, and then Dizzy, you will be after Mags. Morgan, are we talking about Married Man again still? Or is this another person? Okay, good. Not Married Man. I'm like, Married Man, we've talked about him in Thorough. I'm gonna also change your wording a little bit. Instead of how should you feel about Max, I'm gonna say you should probably, what should I consider about yeah, we did enough of it. What should Morgan consider about her connection with Max? I think that's, instead of should, let's just do what should you consider about your connection with Max. Ooh, hold on for just a second. I want to check on something. I'll be right back. I have a text that I have to take care of really fast. I will be right back, Morgan. I will be right back. If everyone's here, come find me again. It's just a very important text that I've been waiting on. So I will be right back. It might pause, but just stay here. Yes. Short, brown, above ears. Available. Cool. All right. Are we still here? Are we still here? Still here? Morgan, you're still here, Morgan? Mags is still here? Everyone's still here? Awesome. Dizzy's still here. Cool. I did lose some people, it seems like, but that's okay. It was a very important text that I needed to answer. So I just needed to take that second. Sorry. All right, cool. Thank you very much for your support. Okay. Morgan, we were asking, I'm going to reshuffle this. We were asking about your connection with Max. What should you consider with your connection with Max? What should you consider with your connection with Max? Haley seems to be gone, so Mags, I believe you are next. We also have 20K, so instead of Haley's, we will do a free one. If Haley is not here, we'll just do a free one. And then we'll do Mags and Dizzy. Neha, are you still here? You're coming up. Neha. Are you still awake? She's in India, so she's tired. Jenna, I will put you onto the list. Jenna. Morgan, with you and Max, you're probably going to have a little bit of, you have some emotional conflict with it, but be open to new things with him. You have the Five of Good Cheer, which is the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups, is emotional conflict. So there still seems to be. I don't think you quite know what you want to do with him yet. I think that's probably what you're getting from Max. The card on the bottom of the deck is the Child, so it's the Fool. So you want to remain open with it, with whatever comes. I wouldn't put too much pressure on yourself about what the relationship is yet, because it just seems like it is. It new? Is it just starting? Is it just starting? Thank you for the rose, Peter. Yeah, I would just be open to it. Just neighbors, friends. I would just be open to it. I don't know if it's going to be a romantic one or not. It just seems like there might be something um, emotional you want to pay attention to with him. I'm not sure what it is, but you might want to pay attention to a little bit regarding that. Um, I wonder if there's a question you can ask yourself as to why you're feeling a little emotionally conflicted with him being your neighbor and your friends. I wonder if there's something that you can ask yourself. Um, yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting from it. Just I wonder if there's something that he's triggering in you. I'm gonna put this out in the put this out there a little bit. You got your Five of Good Cheer. Remember, you're probably focusing more on his negative aspects, or like what being friends to him means to you. But try to look at his good qualities, or what he can give you, instead of the entire package. Maybe just think about your relationship with Max versus your relationship with Max and his brother. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense at all. I'm not sure if that's processing correctly. I hope that was helpful, Morgan. Okay, cool. Morgan, I know you're giving me a follow. You're very good. You're one of my top supporters. So I will give me a follow, or not a follow, but give me. Let's revisit this in another month, and we'll see how things go with you and Max, even as a friendship. Okay, so hello, Lady M. Would you like to be on to the list? We have 20K likes on TikTok, so we're doing a giveaway, a TikTok or a tarot game. Can't talk. We're doing a tarot game so that someone can win the next tarot reading. And then we've got Haley seems to be gone. We're gonna do Mags. Mags is next. That's good. That's good. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna pull a card, and when I tell you, we're going to pick a number between 0 and 22. I'm sorry, 21. I keep saying 22. The reason why I say 22 is because there's 22 cards in the Major Arcana. That's the reason why I say it. But it's 0 to 21. So 0 to 21. And once I pick the card, you guys are just going to pick it. And the first person I see that has the correct answer, the correct guess, is the next person that gets the reading. And then we're doing Mags and then Dizzy. And then Neha, are you still here or no? Did you fall asleep on me? Daryl, you did your free one already, Daryl. We did it. We moved you up. Hold on. I haven't even picked the card yet. Hold on. No numbers yet. Numbers, go. Go numbers. Go numbers. Numbers, go. Oh. Oh. Nope, keep going. Keep guessing. You don't need to just do one. Just keep going, Dizzy. No. Nope. 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 Peter got it. It was the number 2. I use the knight is 2s in how I read tarot. So Peter got it. Peter, what is your question? I know you said something about your insider trading situation. Lady M, I will put you onto the list. So we're gonna change your question up just a little bit, Peter. Instead of asking a definitive question like that, let's do how can Peter protect himself from being caught? How can Peter protect himself from being caught? And then Mags, and then Dizzy. I plan on being here for another hour and a half. That's my plan, Morgan. Yeah, I can ask him. I can put you back on the list, Daryl. Peter, we had a jumper, so there was something that really wanted to come out and talk to you. This is rather interesting because I'm not a stocks person, so I'm not sure how this is going to sound, and I'm not sure if this is going to make sense at all. You might have to do some finagling on the wordage, just because I'm not entirely sure if this is going to be the correct wordage. But my first card that I'm getting, you got the Page of Gifts in reverse. And the Page of Gifts, yes, you are still on my list. You are kind of coming up, I believe. Yeah, you're coming up. If Niha is not here, Nian, then you are after Dizzy. You have the Page of Gifts in reverse, and this is gifts are our health, our body, and our money. Jenna, you are also on the list. You are going to be after Shelly, who is after Nian. Because it's reversed, it makes me feel like you probably want to be a little quiet right now. You probably don't want to give too many people a reason to think that you did any insider trading, is what I'm kind of thinking. The card that's kind of throwing me a little bit is the Nine of Candles, because the Nine of Candles is the Nine of Wands. And with the Nine of Wands, it's you've been through hell and back, and you're still willing to stand on the mountain that you have built. So is there a reason you did it? And if you did do it, is there a way that you can spin it to say, I did it for this purpose, to make sure that you don't get caught? That's what I would suggest with that. It just kind of makes me feel like there has to be a reason as to why you did it. And if you can make yourself seem innocent and like the perfect reasoning as to why you did it, like it just seems like you've been out and about just doing so much. But it almost feels like something might fall out from underneath you, but you need to be a little bit more prepared about people coming at you and play your innocence. But I would probably keep myself quiet regarding your situation. I probably would just not. Yeah, that's how I would say it. So I hope that was helpful, Peter. I'm not a stocks person, so I don't know if that was helpful. But if that helps, if you want to give me a follow, you're more than welcome to, and we can revisit this in another month and see how the energies have changed. So Mags. So just to let everyone know, the list is Mags, Dizzy, Niha, Nian, Shelly, Jenna, Lady M. That is the list. If anybody wants to jump up to the front of the line, there is a $10 thing in the description box below, and also in my profile. So I am on TikTok and I am on YouTube. A little reminder to everyone who's on TikTok, if you want to like and share the live, that would be awesome. If we get up to 30K, I will gladly do another tarot giveaway, another tarot game. Currently, we are waiting on Mag's question. And then we've got Dizzy, Neha, Nian, Shelly, Jenna, and Lady M. Oh, and sorry, Daryl. I put Daryl on there. Daryl, you're on there. Yep, Daryl, I got you. Sorry, I forgot, but then I remembered. I only have 3 people. I have 3 people on each platform, so there's a possibility not everyone's even here anymore. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's at least 2 people not here. We are waiting on Mags. Mags, what was your question again? General, all right? And then Dizzy, can you write down, since there's a little bit of a delay, can you give me your question again? And that way I can have it already. And then Neha, wake up. Are you around, Neha? Are you around? We need an alarm clock for this girl. She's over in India and she's like trying to stay awake to do this. But I think she probably fell asleep again, because I haven't heard back from her. What is up with all you guys getting these pages of gifts? Like, this is so weird. So, Mags. I feel like there's a message that you are blocking with your health, your body, or your money. Keeping it on the inside, not communicating with it, not communicating about it. Not letting people know about a problem that you might be having or a lesson that you want to learn from somebody else. Not reaching out. Possibly not communicating with your own body. The card on the bottom of the deck you got is the Magician. So here you got the Page of Gifts here for you. It's reversed. It's the reason why I said journaling a little. I don't know if I said journaling, but I'm saying it now. But journaling, you've got her on this book here. So it feels like there might be some journaling going on. And then the card at the bottom of the deck you got is the Magician. So with whatever you're blocking here, with whatever you're blocking or not talking about or listening to or whatever, the thing that I'm kind of getting from it is that probably people are giving you some bad advice, and you probably need to remember that you know exactly what you need to do in order to move forward with whatever it is you're trying to do. People probably I have a feeling people are telling you no. People are telling you can't do this, you can't do that, and I think that you need to remember that you are the magician. You have all the resources available to you to get whatever you want, and I think that's probably what the tarot, the general reading, is telling you. So Mags, I hope that was helpful. Please give me a follow, and we can revisit this in another month and see where things are going. So Dizzy, hello, Fool. How are you doing? Dizzy. All right, let's see. So Dizzy, let's see just how the energies are looking. Just do a general reading and just kind of see how that goes. Gothfather, hello, Gothfather. We're gonna put you on the list. You are on the list, Gothfather. Happy birthday. And I think, Dizzy, did you say it was your birthday too? Neha, are you still here? Did you wake up, Neha? You around? Oh, 7-Eleven, got it. All right, Fool, I'll put you on the list as well. Okay. So, Dizzy. You are probably going to want to keep your resources closer to you as much as possible, whether that's money, energy, not giving things out to other people, and making sure you're putting yourself first. Be a little selfish, Dizzy. Um, the reason why is because you got the lightning tree, which is the tower. The tower seems to be on the inside. It is blocked, delayed healing, or internal energy. However, the tower is a very disruptive card. It's the universe stepping in to take care of things for you after you're not taking care of them. And the card on the bottom of the deck you got is the Four of Gifts, which is someone who's hoarding everything and not giving anything out to other people. So, you're welcome, Mags. So it makes me feel like you're probably feeling a little bit on the inside like chaotic, or you're blocking something from chaos. But I'm a little bit more concerned about your energy and what you're going to be giving to people. So with whatever goes on, there might be something going on, but you need to kind of ignore that energy, ignore the chaos, and just remember to be a little selfish and focus on yourself right now. Dizzy, if that was helpful to you, please give me a follow and we can revisit this in another month and see how things are looking. Neha, it's your turn. Neon, you're next. And then Shelly, Jenna, Lady M, Daryl, Gothfather, and Fool. That's the list so far. If anybody wants to jump up to the front of the line, there is a $10 thing in my description or in the link in my profile. Please remember to like and share the live. I have 12 likes on YouTube. Where am I going? 12 likes on YouTube. If I get up to 20, then I will do another free little tarot game with you all. And also with the TikTok ones, I have 21K. If I get up to 30, then I will do that other TikTok game that we did before earlier. So I've called Neha out a lot of times. I think she probably fell asleep. I'm going to go ahead and put her back on the list anyway. And I'm just going to cross her out here. And we're going to go to Nian. And Nian writes Grace. Got it, Grace. So, Grace, I am going to ask you to sort of revise your question into something that you can actively do instead of wondering what David's personal feelings are for you, because that's getting into his energy and I don't have access to his energy. So I see that you said that you saw him last Sunday, watched your cheer dance and other games and Olympics of your company. So do you like David? Does David know that you like him? Do you want a relationship out of him? Are you trying to protect yourself from him? Can you give me a little bit more about David? Again, we've got Shelly, Jenna, Lady M, Daryl, Gothfather, Fool. I put Neha back on the list out of the kindness of my heart. Why are you protecting yourself from him if you like him? So, could the question be, how can Grace find out how David feels about her? What should Grace do to find out what David feels about her? Can that be the question? Okay. So I'm guessing you're single now, and you would like to be with David, is what I'm guessing. You're not just an option. That's something that you need to get out of your head. So let's focus, not focus on it, but let's just say that out loud. You are not just an option. You are meant to be here. You are a special person. You are one in a million, and that's something that you need to remember for any person that you want to start dating with. And that goes for everyone else who's watching this live. You need to understand that anyone who wants to date you, you need to make sure that you feel just as special as you are in general, I guess. That quote in there is not, it was, whatever. So, Grace. So let's do, what can Grace do? I feel that David might be interested to others that is better. No one's better than you, Grace. No one's better than you. So Grace, let's do this. I feel like, Grace, that we probably need to maybe focus a little bit more on your self-confidence right now instead of David. I think that might be more beneficial. However, I'm going to let you make that decision for this reading. It's your reading. I'm just guiding you. I think that we need to figure out give you a little bit more advice as to get more self-confidence before we talk to David. Because we also don't want to get David into a relationship where someone who is not confident in themselves. That's not fair to David. Does that make sense? What would you like to do? Fool, you're on the list. I am going through. I will get to you when I can. Thank you for your patience. So do you want to focus on yourself right now, Grace? I'm going to just check while I'm waiting to see what Grace says. That one. Thank you. Cool. Got it. Okay, so Grace says focus on herself. Cool. So let's focus on your self-confidence, Grace. Let's see what we can do to raise your self-confidence. How can Grace raise her self-confidence? Then we got Shelly. Is Shelly here? Shelly, are you still here? Did we lose Shelly? Is Jenna still here? Is Jenna still here? Is Lady M still here? Daryl, are you still here? Gothfather, are you still here? Fool, are you still here? I just saw that you were asking me questions, but I don't see very many followers on the live, so I'm not sure if you're here. And then Neha. So, Grace, I'm going to advise you to not let your emotions take control over you. You need to learn how to actually either work with your emotions or learn to control your emotions yourself. I'm going to also advise you to look really deep into the dark spaces of your life right now. I know that that's going to hurt, but you need to figure out, you need to shine some light on those dark spaces, whether that's your anxieties, whether that is your depression, whether that is not knowing answers about where you want to go in life. It sounds like you're a little young, so if you're young, then don't like you don't need to have your whole life planned out. But so this is where I'm getting this from. You got the King of Cups in reverse, and the King of Cups. I personally think the King of Cups rules his kingdom in such a way that he can compartmentalize his feelings. Because it's in reverse, it feels like you're holding on to those feelings a little bit, and it feels like you're letting the emotions control you. So I'm gonna move this up a little bit since I've adjusted my seat. So I would highly figure out a way, not figure out, I would highly, what I would do is I would spend some time, an evening alone with yourself and light a candle and invite all of your emotions to the table and have a conversation with them. Invite anxiety over, invite depression over, invite happy, invite sad, and have your own little inside out moment and talk to each of them and ask them what they want from you and ask them why they are making you feel the way that they are making you feel right now. And then when you talk to them, I would recommend talking to them as if, say, like, I understand and I hear why you're telling me this and why you're doing this to me. However, let's try something different, so that we can see what the new outcome could be. I know I understand that you are keeping me safe, but let's try something else because you at this point you're now holding me back. So let's try to work together to figure out what the next step is. The card on the bottom of the deck you have is the moon, and it is also reversed. So with the moon, I feel like the moon is more of like, so if you have the star is the symbol of hope, and it's the light at the end of the tunnel. You have the sun, which is ultimate clarity. The moon is the card in the middle. So while you're walking around at night, you can still kind of see where you're going, but there's still a lot of dark spaces. And so that's why I said you probably need to look inside those dark spaces, shine some light, shine a flashlight, understand that those dark spaces are not all spaces that are dangerous. And once you kind of get that kind of going a little bit, you're probably going to be able to find a little bit more confidence in yourself, knowing that not everything's out to get you. Grace, I hope that was helpful to you. Please give me a follow and we can revisit this in another month and see how you're doing with your self-confidence. Shelly. I've tried to call out Shelly, but Shelly does not hear. Chai, I'll put you on the list. Shelly, are you here? You're welcome, Grace. I'm glad that was helpful to you. Jenna, are you here? Lori, I'll put you on the list. Shelly and Jenna. Born to be Wild, I'll put you on the list. Shelly, Jenna, if you are not here, then Lady M is going to be next. And then we've got Daryl, Gothfather, Fool, Neha, Chai, Lori, and what is this one? Born to be Wild. Sorry. Born. Jenna, okay. So I'm guessing Shelly is not here since Jenna responded first, so we're going to skip Shelly. If Shelly wants to be put back on the list, we can put her back on the list, but now we've got Jenna. Oh, well, Jenna, you just popped in right in time because it's your turn. So, Jenna, what is your question? Then we got Lady M, Daryl, Gothfather, Fool, Neha, Chai, Lori, and Born to be Wild. We have 13 likes up here on YouTube. If you know people that you want to share the live with, if we can get up to 20, I will do a tarot game. With the TikTok people, we've got 21,000 likes. If we can get up to 30, I'll do another one. Okay, let's do this, Jenna. What energy should Jenna pay attention to with her love life in the fall? What energies can Jenna consider when looking at her love life in the fall? Kind of thing. So bonkers that back to school is happening so fast already. So bonkers. Lady M, you are next. Lady M, you are next. If you want to put your question down in the chat, since YouTube is running a little bit slow, you are more than welcome to. Jenna, do you have someone in mind already? I would focus on him. I don't really know what exactly that means. I don't know how far along you're in the relationship or in the possible of a relationship. But I would focus on him. And the reason why I'm saying that, you got the 10 of Cups, and it's usually a very happy card. It's emotional fulfillment. And you also got the Hanged Man in reverse. This is the one that kind of got me. When it's the Hangman in reverse, the Hangman is about taking a pause. Yeah. The Hangman is about taking a pause and seeing something from another person's perspective. But because you've got the Hanged Man in reverse, it's more like don't see another person's perspective. Just keep going for what you want and know that you were in the right, kind of a thing. So I would highly just pay attention to him. I know you're probably just friends and feelings are developing, but maybe see if you can take him to the next step. Maybe to ask him out to, take him out on a date. Ask him to go out on a date with you. Yeah, the thing that I've run into problems with dates a little bit lately is everyone gets do you know if he's interested in you, Jenna? Do you know if he might be interested in you? Oh, you don't know. So before you ask him out, I would recommend flirting with him a little bit and seeing how he reacts. That's what I would recommend, instead of, because if there's some conflicting energy, you kind of don't want the energies to also conflict that much. I would just start flirting with him, but to also flirt with him in a way to where he knows that it's over between your other relationships, so that there's not going to be this, but she's with someone, why is she flirting with me, kind of a thing. Make sure it's very solid that you are done with this other guy and you are open to trying new things with new people, if that makes sense. That could also be just you dropping hints of, hey, I'm single, I might ask him out, or something of that. Awesome, cool. But when you're hanging out with your friends, maybe you might want to open up and just say, I'm open to dating other people, and just say that I'm open to seeing what else is out there. And then you can also look at him, drop hints that way, maybe, and then also at that point, also then ask him out yourself and take him out on a date and treat him and when you do take him out on a date, you be the man in the relationship on the date. You pay for everything. You pick him up. You open the door. Do all that kind of stuff, and just make him feel like you want him. Make him feel like you want him. Yeah, that's what I've been. That's what I kind of get from this. I would focus on him, but focus on him in a way that you guys are gonna focus on this part for him. Make him want to spend time with you. That's my recommendation. That's what I think the tarot is telling you to do with this. Lady M, if you want to give me a follow, Jenna, we can revisit this in another month and see kind of where the energies are landing once school has started, and we can see where that's going. All right, so Lady M, we've got... All right, let's see, Lady M, the energies that Lady M should pay attention to. What energies should Lady M pay attention to? What energies should Lady M pay attention to for the month of August? And then, Daryl, are you still here? Daryl, are you still here? All right, you are next, Daryl. Is Gothfather still here? Lady M, I think that things are going to be looking up for you. I would highly pay attention to your friends and your social life. You've got the Three of Cups, the Three of Good Cheer. So don't make any big plans. Like, whenever I see the Three of Cups, I think of more of like going out for drinks after work. More of like a small celebration, just fun with friends, hanging out, being cool. On top of that, the card on the bottom of the deck, you have the Five of Gifts in reverse, which is the Five of Pentacles in reverse. And it feels a little bit more like you're coming out of a bad money situation. It feels very healing. And that's probably going to be interconnected with your friends that you are hanging out with and having a good time with. So I do hope that was helpful to you, Lady M. Please give me a follow and we can revisit this in another month and see what September's like for you. Daryl. We are on to Daryl. What is your original question, Daryl? Gothfather, Fool, Neha, Chai, Lori, and Born to be Wild. That's the list. How we doing, Daryl? Did we lose ya? I hope we didn't lose ya. I want to know what's causing the delay. Spicy time is very spicy. Huh. Interesting. Causing the delay. What should Daryl consider? I don't know why this question came to mind. I know it's a joke. I don't know why this came up, but Daryl, I'm like, are you doing it with a woman? Because if you're doing it with a man, it's not going to happen. I know it's a joke. It's stupid. I don't know why that. It was something that came to my mind. That's good. I don't know why. I know it's half a joke, but I'm just like, if you're doing it with a man, it's not going to happen. We've tried for centuries. We've tried as much as we can, and it's just not working. So I just thought it was funny. Okay, so I understand that you want to be a father. I'm wondering if you might want to not put so much pressure on every time you're doing spicy things to become pregnant. It makes me feel like you are. I know that spicy time is very spicy, but it almost makes me feel like you're putting an added pressure on your body to telling your body to send the good guys. Yeah, it's always on your mind. So it feels like Something that you might want to pay attention to is your mind and your thoughts, and also probably your wife's thoughts. Maybe you might want to have a talk with her about this. Is the mind can working with the mind to allow the body to loosen up a little bit might help. But the reason why I kind of said what I said before was you got the Page of Candles, and you also have the Eight of Gifts in reverse. And the Page of Candles, these are the production assistants of the tarot. They are learning about their specific element, and this page is learning about their creative passion and their creative energy. And because wands come up, it makes sense because wands are usually spicy energy sometimes. Now, with the Eight of Pentacles, or the Eight of Gifts, I like to think of it as a perfection card. It's the you've been doing things over and over and over, and you've become a professional at this. But because it's reversed, it makes me feel like you might want to invite mistakes. Not like, I don't know how to explain that, but more like openness of allowing things to happen instead of planning to get pregnant, like just allowing you to have some good times with your wife. Don't, and then when it happens, be happy, sure. But I wouldn't recommend making sure, like thinking going into every single time you're doing spicy time that you're going to come out pregnant. I think that might be something that's probably causing her body a little bit of stress. And maybe you might be giving off a frequency from your brain, or giving off some sort of an energy that she is picking up on, or at least her body is picking up on, so that it's not her body is going into protective mode already. From what I understand, I know that usually the how can I say this in TikTok language? I do understand that the male seed is sometimes considered a foreign object in the woman's body. So I wonder if, with always expecting to get pregnant after each encounter, it makes me wonder if her body is always on extra protection from your seed. Does that make sense? Is any of this making sense to you? I hope that this is helping you. I'm just kind of rattling off a lot of things that I know about spicy time, but I think that it might be more of a mental thing versus what's wrong. I hope that helps. Give me a follow, and we can revisit this in another month and see how things are going with your spicy time. This sounds weird. You're welcome, Daryl. Gothfather, Fool, are you still here? We've got Neha. I've put you back on the list, but I haven't heard from you. Chai, Lori, and Born to Be Wild. That's the list that I have so far. And in a half hour, I'm going to shut down the list. And if anybody wants to get onto the list, they'd have to pay. Because I'm only going to be on here for another 45 minutes-ish. So with everyone still here, is Gothfather still here? Fool? Neha? Chai? Lori? And Born to Be Wild. Chris Lilly TV. YouTube.com/Chris Lilly TV. That's my YouTube channel. Lori, all right. Lori's still here. Born to Be Wild is still here. All right, so I'm guessing if Gothfather, Fool, Neha, and Chai are not here, Lori is next. If Goth, Fool, Neha, Chai are not here, we're going to move on to Lori. So going once for Gothfather, Fool, Neha, and Chai. I don't know why I'm itching my arm so much right now. Going twice for Gothfather, Fool, Niha, and Chai. Alright, Godfather's not here, so I'm selling this to Fool. And I don't think Fool is here, so I'm selling this to Niha. But I haven't heard from Niha in a while, so we're selling this to Chai. I haven't heard from Chai in a little bit, so we're going to sell this to Lori. Lori and Born to be Wild is my list right now. So the list is open for the free ones. In 10 minutes, I'm going to close the list. Chloe, it's 3 people. It would be Lori, Born to be Wild, and you. Or I'm sorry, Chloe. Yeah. Lori, Born to be Wild, and Chloe. Yep, I'm putting you on, Chloe. You are on the list, Chloe. Liking and sharing the live is appreciated. I'll be here for another 40 minutes, I think. So, Lori, what is your question for the tarot? I got bit by something. I don't know why. Just itching. So, Born to be Wild, you're next. Okay, cool. Lori's just doing a general one. Thank you for the rose, Chloe. Then we got Born to be Wild and Chloe. That's the list so far. So how's everyone doing? How's everyone's Monday? It's Monday. Starting the day all over again. Starting the week all over again, I guess. How's everyone's full moon last night? Yesterday. Lori, it seems like you have made a decision already regarding your finances, and it's probably was the right one in order to move yourself forward. Could be your health, your body, or your money. If you are, you might, if you haven't made the decision yet, you might be delaying this decision, and you might be blocking it. So you got the Two of Canes, which is the Two of Swords. So you, because it's reversed, it might be you blocking it. But I feel like you've probably already made the decision, and the reason why I say that is because you got the Five of Gifts in reverse. And when the Five of Gifts comes up, it's a conflict with your health, your body, or your money. But whatever decision you seem to have made, it seems like you are on the rise up. You're coming out of that conflict. So that's what I'm getting from these cards. Lori, I hope that was helpful to you. You said amazing, so I'm hoping that was helpful to you. Give me a follow, and we can revisit this in another month and see how the energy's landed. Born to be Wild. What is your question for the tarot? Oh, sorry, you wrote it here. So, Born to be Wild, my readings do not get more in tune with other people's energy. It gets more in tune with your energy. So, do you want to ask more of like, what can you do toward DC to contact you? Or how can you find out what DC, like how can Born to be Wild find out what DC's intentions are? Do you want to switch this up to ask a question more personally toward yourself? What would you like to do with this question? Because I'm not going to be able to access DC's energy. Are you blocked from DC? Chloe, you will be next after Born to be Wild. And then the list is open. Alright. What can Born to be Wild do to get unblocked from DC? Let's try that. See what happens. What can Born to be Wild do to get unblocked from DC? Born to be Wild, I kind of think you need to accept that it's over, and relish in your own garden that you have created now by yourself. Be happy with what you've got and be a little bit more stable in that direction. So you've got the 10 of Canes, this is the 10 of Swords, and this is whatever's happened, it's done. He might reach out to you still, which would be fine, but at least in your mental capacity, if you've been blocked, I think that you need to focus on the fact that it's just done. I think that it's over. I think that it's just, there's a sense of once this is accepted and once you're able to move on, you can go to the Ace of Canes, and the Ace of Canes will give you a new journey to go on. The card at the bottom of the deck you got is the Nine of Gifts, which is equivalent to the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is someone who is very comfortable with where she's at, very comfortable with her surroundings, what she has built, comfortable with the people that's around her, in her garden, and it just kind of feels like she's just very comfortable sitting in her home next to the fire, presents underneath the Christmas tree, and enjoying her silence. So what I would recommend, instead of getting unblocked by him, I think that you probably need to just take some space from him. He may reach out to you, but I don't know that there's anything that you should probably do at this time in order to reach out to him. I hope that was helpful to you, Born to be Wild. I know that probably wasn't what you wanted to hear, but if you want to give me a follow, we can revisit this in another month, and we can see how the energies are landing toward this problem. Chloe. We are on to Chloe. You still here, Chloe? Are you still with us? So with the Nine of Pentacles, it makes me feel like you might want to be comfortable with what you have. You might need to replace them. I'm not sure how you would be able to get them back when you're blocked. I just kind of wonder if there's a way. I know it's probably money and a lot of things and stuff. I just wonder if you should maybe think about replacing them or just being happy with what you have already, or what you've been able to escape with, kind of a thing. There might be some emotional things there that you might want to do. Yeah, and that's what I figured. It was probably going to be emotional items from the past. You might want to just for now take it as a loss, just to accept it, and then when you're in a better space to reach out to him, or maybe when he's had some time, reach out to him again and get the things back from him, kind of a thing. Chloe, you're not here anymore? Did you leave me? Yeah. It feels a little bit more like just be it feels more like just be happy with what you have right now. And it's a tough loss. I get it. It's going to be a tough loss. You're welcome. I'm sorry that I couldn't give you better assistance on that. With Chloe being gone, I guess I have my list open, and maybe it's time for me to turn off and go. With the list gone, I can stay on for a little bit, I guess. Maybe I'll just start liking my screen. Maybe I'll like my screen this way. Get some more people in here. Maybe. Got it. Yeah. All right, Ethiopia. Stevie, your soulmate. So I want to give you more of an actionable step towards something. I don't know what would you like to ask instead of Stevie, your soulmate. Like, what do you want to do with Stevie, Ethiopia? Is there something else that we can ask in regards to that? Because there's a lot of energies that go involved with that. But is there another question that we can ask there? Well, DJ, I'll put you on the list. Ethiopia, we're just waiting to see what Ethiopia says really fast, but I have a feeling I'm going to go with DJ first. DJ, instead of saying, will you and Akeem move in together, can you ask, is it okay to ask more of a, what can I do to ensure Akeem and I move in together? Cool. I will do that. All right, I'm going to do DJ first and Ethiopia. Let me know what question you'd like to revise your question to. What can DJ do to ensure that Akeem and her move in together? DJ, you're a she, right? A she, her? I want to just make sure that that's correct. Okay, cool. Got it. No worries. I saw a ponytail in the profile picture. It's just very small. I don't have this opened this to the bigger side. Yeah. What's going on, DJ? What's happening? Why are you not moving in together? It seems like there's some drama going on with something. I want to know a little bit more about this. So there's a couple of different ways this is going to be read, and you know a little bit more about what's happening, but something seems to have come to an end. Whether that's you guys living apart, that might be something to think about. But something seems like it's really just over. It's done. It's dead. So I don't want to say that's necessarily your relationship, but it's something, at least if it's not the relationship, it might be just the cycle that you're on, because you said you're on a roller coaster. There's just something has come to an end, and it needs to be accepted in order for you to move on to the next step of whatever you need to do with him. The card at the bottom of the deck was the Six of Candles, and this is about having a lot of attention on someone. But because this is reversed, I'm going to say don't give yourself a lot of attention. I probably wouldn't pressure him. Probably wouldn't do a lot of pressure on it. I know you probably want to make things happen and get things moving, but I probably would simmer down and not just not give it so much attention at the moment. Part of me wonders about giving yourself attention, keeping things to yourself a little bit. You might want to let things cool off before you revisit the opportunity or the option of moving in together, especially if you've been on a roller coaster. Do you really want to live with someone in the same household with someone who's been on a roller coaster with? It just kind of feels forced. It doesn't feel fun. It doesn't feel like the next step. It just kind of feels forced to me a little bit. And so that's what I would highly suggest paying attention to when trying to move in with a keep. Chloe never came back. Chloe's gone. Does that make sense, DJ? Is that processing? Is that... Hello, Nina. Is that helping, DJ? Yeah, probably. Give him some space. Because you just don't want to be on a roller coaster with him. I think you want to make it as smooth as possible, and you just don't want to force it. I think forcing it would be detrimental to the relationship. So if you've been already on a roller coaster, you might want to just like let the roller coaster end and then get off that roller coaster. Nina, I think you're actually right now. The list is actually pretty open. DJ, if you want to give me a follow, we can revisit this in another month and see how the energies have landed. But yeah, I would probably suggest giving him a little bit of space, giving the idea of moving in with him a little bit of space. But with that, Nina, what is your question for the tarot? You're welcome, DJ. I'm sorry that wasn't more positive, but it's not over. It's just something to consider when going forward and moving in with a keep. So what do you want to do with it? If you're overthinking about your relationship, what to do with your parents about accepting it, what do you want to do with it? What would be your question? I know you're overthinking it. I think I remember you. I think we talked about this. So I think I remember, Nina, I think you need to still just make a decision. I think that you can't rely on your parents. You can't rely on what they're going to say. You have to do what you feel is necessary for you. Will they accept it? I don't know. That's their energy. I don't have access to their energy. I don't know them. But you need to take an actionable step in your own life. I know you're scared, but sometimes you got to take a leap. That's how this life works. I think that you had a financial thing with your parents or something, but you gotta. What I would probably do is talk to your partner, talk to the relationship, the guy that you're in a relationship with, and just see, like, what does he think? Is he, and also what about his parents? If your parents aren't going to be accepting or possibly accepting, are his parents going to be accepting? Maybe it might be something that your parents need to learn. If you go with your partner's parents, will you feel welcome from them? Because if you're not going to feel welcome from your parents, I mean, if you're not going to feel welcome from your parents or his parents, then either you need to feel very welcome by him or just drop the entire thing. That would be my suggestion. I feel like you're causing yourself a lot of stress regarding this. And uh, like, I know your parents, you love your parents, they're probably financially supporting you in some way, but I would see if your partner's parents can help you and would be willing to step in. That's what I would say. You're welcome, Nina. You're welcome. I think with that, I'm going to call it. I've been on for about 3.5 hours, and I was going to say 4, but the list is done, and it might be the universe telling me to get off. So I will talk to you guys all later, and see you on the next one. Hopefully tomorrow at around 9:30 is what I'm planning on again. Thank you.